finds the kill there. Feathered airstrike from Syndrak to try to help out is not enough. You can see Fury and Steffi waiting at that bush, that pixel bush, looking for a little bit of an engagement here. In comes King, and there is the value you get from a sword. Shifting Skies coming in, down goes Fury as the rest of DreamHack push into enemy lines and now into the mid tower.
Okay, I don't know if I am the strangest people here, the strangest person, because I see this and why this need to go right? Because it's a 4v5 situation. I know we have a Marcel doing the ultimate things, but alone, like no one will check the grass. Okay. And remember, I need to say to you guys, where is the step grass? It's close to the king right now. But more
I call it the pixel bush right there that you get right next to the opening for the turtle pit or the lord pit right there. As we're talking about that, Steph in here is going to come against 5 members here. Arctic and Syndrak on the backside. We do have a golden hour out there. Is that going to be enough? They still get the lord, and Blink takes a few shots from a feathered airstrike as well. Barbiel's out for Uten, looking for a kill. Blink is on the run, trying to come in with that ultimate, but Fury able to finish the job. In comes the Sora pickup there. King mounting up some damage, able to take down Fury again. Arctic down for the count as well. That is 4 down for Influence Rage.
That's my boy, that's King. Never in my life I said King is not a good explainer, okay? I just say I want to see him more, okay? But he's also doing the right thing. King also played sometimes in the jungler with Sora in the beginning of
when your mic was off the whole time.
It's normal for him to do these things, but it's more happier to do this with the spell.
Hold on. Let me introduce these great folks. Well, I wasn't talking the whole time until like this now. So first and foremost, welcome in live, Beavis, Lone Wolf. Hope you guys are having a great day. Don't mind my deep voice. I literally just woke up. Like I literally just woke up. So my voice is gonna be a bit deep for like I don't know to like go get up and like situate myself. Yeah, I was up for a minute last night, so I had to do something for somebody. Took a really long time, but we're here now. But DreamHack is putting in some work right now. Like Influence Rage is getting their behind beat. Like, we're only 10 minutes in. It was 9 minutes when I was saying it, but First Lord March was marching down. They're 11-4 right now. 7.1k gold lead. Like, jeez, man. It's only game 1. Like, DreamHack was not playing. Came out. Hey, they got something to prove today. All right. See, now my voice is starting to shift. I'm starting to wake up. Slowly.
So, in this game, DreamHack Sports have a 11-4 in the match.
I'm gonna turn on my camera. Probably not this match, but like next match.
Yes, the match.
You think this? Because I'm
yeah.
saying these things and like, this is not
ready.
the right way to do this. But okay, so we have this. DreamHack is good. We have 6 towers and by 1, and Influence Rage just not showing the early game I said that they needed. No, they have it. So
crazy they always letting glue in. I don't know why. Like glue gets in a lot.
Middle game, and we have a Chimera who is the strongest in the he's the marksman thing and growing up. We've seen this in other games, and it's too late to cry when the Chimeras pick up his 4 or 2-5 item. Okay, so let's go to another
EXP diff going crazy.
Let's go.
Yeah, you bring up a great point that it's going to be as we move later and later into this game, it just becomes more.
407 against 142 is
still able to get the
a lot. And Marcel got through. No wonder they're losing. They need to stop using Marcel, bro.
But DreamHack very wisely, they don't look for the engagement. They don't favor these in the jungle type of fights just right now. They got the Lord, they back up immediately, and what a wise play by them.
I felt the Influence Rage don't having a good communication. They seem just like Steffi all the time, doing the start, but we don't have the follow from the Influence Rage. I know it's obviously Arctic can, it being Povius, just walk to the objective because he's slowly. Okay, like I understand he have a weapon more heavier than him. Okay, but we don't see all the team. The team does. Oh my God, cool. Arctic.
Yeah, as you're talking about
okay?
it.
Barely. Oh, that's wild. They thought they were getting away, and he just crazy. That's GG probably. That's GG. That's game number 1 right there.
These high ground towers, Lord now at the core. The rest of DreamHack putting on the pressure, and that is going to be game 1 smooth and crisp for DreamHack.
Wow, what a quick game. DreamHack, apparently I was wrong, and DreamHack is the one that has this energy right now. They were taking out those objectives at first and making sure that they claimed that, and then they dominated the field right after that, not giving any breathing room to Influence Rage.
Yeah, I mean, you were talking about their synergy, and especially about the picks, the later and later that they got. You were talking about the marksman pick up there, just going to get more and more dangerous for them, Enrique.
Yeah, so I miss saying all the good things from Influence Rage right now because they lost, and I'm having this low feeling right now just because I say Lupsinda can hold up the base against 5 and then he didn't do nothing, so sorry. But in my times, okay, he do this, and I have how to prove it because all the
those voices deep as fuck.
MLBBR Sports.
Okay, wait. I don't think I'm on KOL, so.
But also
I didn't check. I don't know.
About how Glue is
I don't know if I have to be professional right now.
Strongest pick against Povius, about Terizla, just because of this, and we see a lot of times Arctic just have pick off in the same position, the same way, and he can't do nothing. And it's sad for them. Okay, for me it's okay. And other question is, 12 minutes is the most fast game of you guys or not? We have more.
Not the most fast. I think that we've had a few games that
we had like 11.
Faster, but I think in the summation of how dominant it was, it kind of felt pretty fast. Just probably because it just offensive wise, I think we saw a little bit from Fury. He was able to get some of those kills. He was able to get the kill on the blink. I remember that very specifically, but most of the game was basically a statement coming over from the side of DreamHack, who had a very dominant for most of it.
Makes part. And I miss the tank ones. Okay, I miss the tank from the Influence Rage. I say 2 soldiers, 2 fighters is good for the early game, but when we see how Blink goes to this glue thing, all the tank items, we've seen a lot of shots during his ultimate token from allies, but in the end, we know how strong the pick are and the difference he can do in the game.
Yes, all that CC from DreamHack side was really hard to deal with the fact that they had Sora and was it Valentina to steal Marcel's ult, and that I think in itself was hard for Influence Rage to deal with.
Oh, and also beating a dead horse here, the Marcel pickup.
Oh no, Barbio? No, yeah, but I mean, Barbio too suffered a little bit there as well. But like, it started right from the beginning as they went to engage into the bottom lane, and they caught Chimera. And Chimera kind of was sandwiched in between the tower and
GG Easy is what happened. Yeah, no, that match was. I came in when it was like at 2 minutes, and it was like. That's pretty nice. Came back at like 8 minutes. I'm like, what happened? DreamHack put some belt on them. That's all I'm gonna say. Like there was no follow-up. You're talking about Rage or Influence Rage? Yeah, they picked the Marcel.
items and
I don't
they
know.
like
Two
miss
teams
like
just
2
need to
or
stop
3
picking
items that
Marcel.
we
Like
see on
it's not
DreamHack,
working
like
out for people.
goes to the last item or just finish the build. So we see how the pressure is since the early
Ah
game
man,
is so
I don't feel like going to
intense.
do my
Also,
hair.
why they just do this
I literally just woke up, so I
fast.
know it's a
7-1 in towers,
mess.
2-0 in lords, and the turtle.
I want
Don't
my
need the
dreads
third one,
back.
so
I don't have to worry about
okay,
that.
she's will be alright.
Yeah, but ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take a look at what kind of got us here. Some of the team fights for these highlights as well. Like I was saying, it felt like Blink was just having a great game. But here, this is an example of that feathered airstrike coming from the side of Syndrak was having trouble to the point that Shakeite felt like they were utilizing that feathered airstrike even better than they were. King doing a great job of trying to force out the rest of the team there on the back end. Fury Fury had, it didn't matter that glue was on his team member. He immediately started dispersing justice for him. And here, like another feathered airstrike, and the DreamX was able to get to zone out there as well. They were able to kind of come back, try to catch the team, but I mean, it felt like you talked about it before when it came to having the Marcel on your team, Steph, it felt like the rest of Influence Rage was just not prepared for a lot of those engagements.
Miscommunication, it's
And
all I can thank for all we've seen from this game, and I think they can do better in the second one. So,
right, and of course, behind every big win is a standout performance. Let's take a moment to highlight our MVP player right here. 509 KDA, 35.3k total damage. He was doing an amazing job with Sora. We got King here.
Yeah, and you talked about it. He's a former.
Or I'm shaving it clean is wild, brother.
Needed to do to support his
no,
through these engagements.
No, stay over there.
And also I have my heart MVP for Chai because she's doing the best of the Valentina way because she also have the best ultimate than your own hero, so she can just destroy the game using this because I miss a lot how I can and helping the team. But
That's actually funny.
doing this
Lift up the rock that True is under. Stop trying to lift up my rock.
But with the ultimate of Farsa.
Yeah,
I'm gonna upgrade it. It's not gonna be a rock anymore. It's gonna be a shell.
Come out, and I'm like, oh, that's a good position. But that's not that's Shakeite on the feathered airstrike using a great IMU. And
I'm gonna just start upgrading that shell.
She was even using
turn into a
Phantom
Bowser
Speed,
shell
as well. So she just had a great, almost felt like a great selection coming from the side of Influence Rage. And that's something that, like you talked about it in the beginning of the draft, she's a priority because of what she provides to the team. Now the enemy team has to think about what are we giving her that she can use against us, especially because Valentina, she can
damn your rock
before your mid laner because of how she scales.
For your rock.
Yes, the fact that she can steal all those is, I feel like is a big factor in their win for sure. She was able to use a lot and utilize it all, and knew how to use it the right way at the right time. So
turtle power. Here we go.
Remembering also they are in the global ban, so we do not have more from DreamX, this Valentina, or this Sora. Remembering Sora and Valentina in the same team is the strongest. Remember, one counters the Valentina counters the Sora because of this ultimate. He do some things like items about bruiser things and.
What's up, Sir Toby?
But when
how you doing today, brother?
Team, like
exactly what she said. I honestly don't even know what she said. Like I heard her,
and we're seeing why.
I didn't process, brother.
You know what? You brought up a really good point. Is that they used the Valentina and the Sora.
Let me take this time to go splash my face and stuff so I can turn on my camera. I'll be right back, lads.
To pick up, they don't have to ban either of those. They're pretty free to pick up a Sora without having to worry that there's a counter out there that you could get that Valentina out there at some point, which is very interesting and maybe plan. I will say
keep each other entertained.
Influence Rage have been
you know
a little easier
keep
going
lifting
when
rocks,
it
I
comes
guess,
to the different types
trying
of
to
picks that
figure
they're
out
more
which
comfortable
one I'm
going
under
with. I've
specifically.
seen them go with the Joy,
And
Esmeralda,
I'll be
Novaria.
back in like
They use
5.
the Terizla to counter out a Fredrin.
Yeah, I'll
I
be
feel
back
like
in
they
5.
have a better time when it comes to like reaching outside the box. But sometimes it just doesn't.
Also,
pay
game
off.
number
And
2
for
draft.
instance, with this
Begin.
Cell pickup, the Farja, which I know is probably, as you said, a comfort pick for Syndrak. He does very well on it, but currently in the meta, there's so much mobility. There's so much ability for enemy teams to offset somebody who's just gonna stand still. And we were seeing that. Even people who weren't standing still. We saw when it came to Fury on the Granger, they were still able to close the distance to be able to get to that backline, to be able to shut down all of that damage, Xena.
Who would you fellas think would have been a better pick than Farsa for that team, for that composition that they had? I know, like, being chosen right now, like, Zentian's a big one. Of course, Zushin was banned at the time. What other Lilias? Would you think Lilia's done any difference?
Against Valentina?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Oh, right? I mean, if
It's not the ultimate game changer about doing the Lilia things, but we have the Golden Hour for Marcel. We have what more? We have a transformation because we seen a different scale with about ultimate of Valentina's as a Povius, so it's not the physical damage because she was a mid laner, so she needs to doing magic things and shines. But okay, we have it.
Yeah, it's hard. He brings up a great point too, because it wasn't just the Farja, it was the Farja with the composition that wasn't able to protect her. And even on that side, it wasn't even just not protecting it. It felt like the Golden Hour was kind of used, and none of the rest of the team came to kind of collapse onto that to actually feed in the damage, using the Rhapsody to get to aim onto a target, using the Feathered Airstrike to rain onto somebody. Here, they're going to prioritize the Harith. They know that the side of DreamHack, they can't pick up the Sora. You're not going to have the Valentina as an option here. I believe you still have Zeshion out on the floor right now as well. So we're going to see where they go. And they can't use the Suyu as well either. So maybe matching up that gold lane or prioritizing that mid. Yeah, they're going to match up and go ahead, pick out Granger for their side.
Yeah, they picked out that Fredrin. Sora is still out there. We know, does DreamHack not think it's a threat because they didn't ban it out in the first half? I guess they would think that Boxia is more of a threat than having a Sora out there. You think this next one they would pick up a Sora just to make sure that they are able to claim it, you know, and not get banned?
They can. I don't know what they're thinking about the composition right now, but what I can say is, why is not Harith the top one marksman right now? Because we have a path notes, the newest path notes we have. They change an item called Stellarium Sisal. I forget the name. I don't have the spell. How to Stellarium? What the second name? The name of the item? You guys have the.
I forgot what it's called. I'll have to get back to you on that. But it's one of the cooldown items that he goes with as a first item. Starlium Scythe. Okay, there we go. Starlium Scythe.
Okay.
What was it called? Let me look real quick.
For me, it's because the thing about Harith is you can still get the Azura's Blade and I believe Mana pages, and he immediately gets the max cooldown that he needs to be able to spam his first ability with that Zaman Force. So they did change that, so he's going to have a little bit more damage in the mid game that he does. But the problem with Harith is he gets upset by a bunch of the CC that lands that is so prominent right now, and he can be slowed down. And it does take him a little bit of time to kind of get there to lay on that damage. I like that DreamHack here. They understand. They've seen. They did their homework here on Influence Raid, because I was expecting Influence to maybe pick up the Terizla themselves, as it's something that they used against enemy team members to great success on the Fredrin.
to say about the CC and Harwich trying to do his game, but as I trying to say is like the change about the item, the Stellarium I forget the name again. Please say it.
Starlium Scythe.
Scythe. Okay.
I can't even say it. You're fine.
The, okay, the
I'm not
Scythe
gonna even
is good
try.
because the contact effects changed to the 4.5 to 2 or 1.1.5. So it's good for him because he spams the ability so much fast and have the buff about the ultimate, just slowly down all the enemy players for 40%, and he just do with the boots and the fight. The staying of Titan, okay? I will say in Brazilian things, oh well, okay, I'm just getting bored. I will say all the things in Brazilian and you guys just search for it, okay? But I saying this, I read all the patch notes and say, why he is not so top one, he does like the meta right now? Because he's a stronger. The item and the Heritage just marry as well. But nothing for now. The first week just passed and I just seeing this as nothing happens.
I feel like a lot of teams are still trying, especially when new patches come out. A lot of teams, it takes them a little bit to settle in for some of these pickups. TruSpirit just had a change too. Doesn't cost any type of mana. I think Xena brought that up earlier. No longer has a mana pool, so you can just spam out some of those items as well. We were talking about it before, and a note of record is that Aulus isn't available because he just went through a little bit of a revamp as well. So he'll be available on the 29th for teams in the AMER North and South to be picking up. So maybe there's a little bit of a settling period. A lot of people I know were talking about Harith. Is he going to be able to be used in jungle now? Is he going to be very strong? We just haven't seen the picks reflect that just yet. On the side of a DreamHack, they're going to go ahead and scoop up the Hylos pickup. And I want to say, Eve is banned out there. So still looking for a mage on the side of DreamHack and still looking for that roam coming out on this on the side. Or no, we have the roam already. We're looking for the XP laner coming out from them and the mid, when Valentina's going to be scooped up by them.
Yeah, they just chose Valentina. I'm surprised. I guess they picked the mage last. Usually the mages are kind of like a priority pick now. So they have Valentina here, Glue, Hylos. So what mage will they be picking here on for DreamHack side? What do we have? Lilia. What would be good against that composition?
I miss more about the HP laners like Lunox, like Carry, just for fight against all these three monsters DreamHack just offering to you guys. But I think about, oh, okay, I think they will bring the X-Borg maybe, or Lunox, but they also have the Heritage. But no, they just do a normal draft.
Novaria.
Oh, and no one can take Novaria. I don't see anyone in the influence page who can run against or try to pick up this Novaria inside the game. It's difficult to them. We don't have all the high mobility she have and just enters in all the walls, so that's a good one, okay? Also, DreamHack have a best composition here for me.
All right, we're about to get started here as you guys can take a look at the finalized composition for Influence Rage taking on DreamHack as they go into this second match. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. There's some, I want to say, I'm very curious as to the reasoning for some of the pickups here. I do like the Glue going in against the TruSpirit. It's going to be a good counter there. But this is a pretty tanky composition coming out from the side of DreamHack, which is going to be able to do a great job of protecting the Chakai, protecting the Chimera. We've already talked about, even on their own, even when they're losing, end up having a great game because they understand the distance, they understand positioning and where they need to be to not get caught. Even in some of the worst conditions. Here, I feel like there's a lot of yes boxes on their side for how they can be protected, how they can be peeled away from as well.
Terizla also have a good passive who makes him more tanky. So he can do the fighting, the fighter items. So he can do the War Axe, he'll do the... I don't know why I'm thinking to try to say the items in English, and I'm thinking all the say the Brazilian way. But he do a lot when he have emblems like the Festival of Blood, when he have not Concussive Blast, as that's right. I write all these emblems just to say that, and I'm not saying this. Brave's Might, It's Brave's Might, the soldier one. When we fight, have the class, the emblem of the fighter. He's good because he have this life steal more in the lane. Now he not have more mana. Just he can spams a lot of things. And side to Hylas, who maybe have the battle spells of Revitalize, I guess, and Fredrin, who also is a good one to just tank a lot. I think
Alright, I'm back.
have the best frontline in the
It's
game.
just now starting is crazy. Long draft or technical difficulties? I bet you it was technical difficulties.
I'm trying to figure out where
Long draft? Really? That long? On it?
One of them is not.
Alright, it's a bit of a rush job. I just gotta already know what today, to be honest.
I feel like that's gonna end super poorly for Influence Rage. You have the option of the Kalea that can get in, she can snatch somebody up, but do you have the damage? Once that Tsunami slams, if you grab a Terizla, if you grab a Hylos, because I'm gonna tell you right now, it's probably gonna be very hard to latch on to Granger. It's gonna be very hard to latch on to Novaria. I don't know. I'm wondering.
Turns True Monitor off. I got two. So which one you turning it off? The left or the right?
We have the damage, and at what point does Influence Rage have
Oh, I'm talking about
all right,
Bell.
we can get any target, and we'll be able to burst them down. And I feel
yapping because of technical difficulties. Yeah, that's big.
It's a big ass. There's a lot of stars that need to line up perfectly for Influence Rage's composition to work out correctly.
Left. Damn it.
His composition. Interesting. Okay. What do you guys feel about Navarro?
Turned off my viewing monitor.
Navarro, I think is a good.
Don't worry. Still seen on OBS.
Okay. In past few tournaments, we have a lot of Navarro. Signs in the hands of Syndra 2 and Frost. We have it. And Sagan also have this Navarro too, okay? But in the Latin League is also a little bit different, but she came in the right compositions just when the last pick just for this. They don't have how to pick her in the fights.
Yeah.
He just do the
they force Xenon to dress more conservative.
Can get closer. Also, they have 3 front lines. It's difficult to just pass away from them. Like, no, I'm going to the Navarro.
I don't think I'm on KOL. They didn't send me nothing, so I can still talk freely.
I don't mind the Navaria pickup because you use the Astral Echo, and then the enemy team becomes an even bigger
right monitor off as well
to latch on with his ultimates. So I think
I find it so insane.
Enrique, why don't you go ahead and take us into game 2?
Oh, let's go, my boys. Let's get to the second game for the first match.
I find it insane that Fredrin clears faster than
Max can do the 2-0 in this 101,
faster than
or the draw is.
It's like the second time I've seen that.
Will be the Influence Rage match for this over with. I don't know, but in the game we will see it. 1 minute to the count now. Let's see how the turtle goes in 2 minutes.
All right, yeah, definitely a rush job. So my hair's probably not perfect.
Different. He failed against the Valentina in the other games, and now he's just doing this. And oh, Chai is sniping also the purple buff right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of
the things I do for love.
Pick up there to be able to kind of snipe out there. I'm not sure. I mean, they've got a pretty decent clear on their side. I want to say I kind of favor Influence's Rage's clear just a little bit more. But are they going to utilize it? Are they going to be able to get to those side lanes quicker to provide the support that they need? And then I want to say the side lanes are so tanky. It's like, who do you, if you're not going for gold lane? Speaking of which, we do have a little bit of a pop up 3v4 here. Oh, look at that damage that comes
all right,
on to
big
Rage.
fights. to start off. DreamHack taking the lead yet again in the early game. First turtle's up. DreamHack got the kill. They denied, I'm pretty sure, Glue a level 4. Oh, wait, no. Glue just got level 4.
I don't know if I can say they are optimists.
But they did deny Syndrak.
So happy to just jump out in
yeah, that's going to be an easy turtle.
Side and, okay, this will be good.
Oh, they got a Nova. Nova is a problem, guys. Like, yeah, with the right build, she can one-shot people now. And that's terrifying. Like, that's actually terrifying.
Yeah, I think they had an opportunity. Just thought to go with it here. Blink is in. Going to go ahead and get caught there by Arctic. Ooh, and a little bit of a taunt there. Last on to Steffi in the mid lane. But yeah, it's when you go in there, especially with the damage that they're able to provide. How in the early game, I want to say jump style on the Fredrin, I feel like it's so easy to kind of predict the damage, to get Fredrin as many stacks as possible to be able to lay down with that that Appraiser's Wrath, which he did, and absolutely shredded the enemy team. He's got about a little bit of a 300 gold lead over Hooten on this Suyo pickup, and we're going to go ahead and continue with the action.
And for Shy, it's more grateful to play with the Novaria, just because we have a lot of CC about King, about Jump, about Blink, who just...
Once again, guys, we also have University Legends after MCT AMER. So I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to watch the whole thing, because I do have to get ready for that in like 3 hours and 30 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's only 2 series today, so hopefully we don't go that long. Wait, don't we usually start with the best of 5 first? Are they doing it different? Did they do the best of 3 first, and then they're gonna do the best of 5?
You're gonna need to find a flank. You're gonna need to find a way into this back line that we haven't seen them been able to do just yet. Oh, speaking of which, Chimera at the bottom.
Either way, hopefully it doesn't take. I gotta look at the schedule after.
That's gonna go ahead and set the tone for this next turtle. DreamHack are gonna be.
I could have swore they did the best of 5 first.
You have everybody in here. Penalty zone is out. Arctic just misses it, and Arctic is down for the count. 1 down for each
they're doing
team.
this other way around today. Little annoying. I wanted to see the best of 5. I guess that means to leave, because you know that's the seed, first seed.
King coming on, putting the damage onto
another turtle going over to DreamHack.
Another turtle in the pockets of DreamHack.
I like how the Influence Hage have the composition.
Now with about a 0.5k gold lead.
Okay. I just I just carried it up for 1 moment, but where's the other thing? I don't see it, but okay. But the scale is also very good, but the DreamHack have this early game potential. Chimera just suffers a death early, and it's not good. The Fury have this advantage about farming, about level. Is not good for Chimera, and also the mid game we'll see about more in the game. So just to see who wants to more win this game. This. And most of Influence Hage have more individual contact heroes, and the DreamHack have the AoE, so best for them just to make these fights in the close calls and close places.
Yeah, it does feel like Influence Rage. I mean, they need to be patient, get that damage down, and most of all, be on the same page. is for me, is so that when we do get some of these slams, when we do get some of these tsunami slams, once we have
definitely a lot slower game, the DreamHack than game 1. No, definitely pacing themselves a bit more here.
And I feel like the later this gets, the more it favors Influence Rage. But DreamHack have been doing such a great job of kind of getting around, understanding where they need to be, immediate with the rotations. Oh, Zamenforce comes out defensively from Fury.
Good for one. He used the Spurify. Is good for. Remember when you say Harwich has a problem with control? So Purify is there. He's here just to go away. So Frederick just do a rush gank and
yeah, Fury took a whole rap.
Oh, wow. Well played. Well played.
J-Kite from the back with a snipe, and Blink was right there.
He just
to scoop
chunked
up the
him.
Kill. Now we are having a fight here at the Turtle Bush, and
They do get
Hoku
turtle though, so
able
it's
to
something
steal it
for him.
away. Might be a little bit of a problem here as King has been latched onto Arctic. Gonna use that
Arctic
flicker.
in
Is he
trouble.
gonna be able to find himself an escape?
Arctic in
he
trouble.
Wanted, he saw he wanted to go for that.
Yeah, I don't
for
think
that
he
speed
gets
up,
out
but
of
now
this.
he's gotten caught by jump style. Takes an Appraiser's Wrath. He's gonna go ahead and use that split to try to get away. The
They're gonna lose the
entirety
bottom,
of Dream Max
They're gonna trade it
behind
to top,
him,
though.
looking for this
Better
kill,
trade it to
and
top,
J-Kite again with the snipe to scoop up another kill.
Now I came with the gossip. King just missed the ultimate. He just stopped it into the
trouble.
wall. Damn.
And Steffi is dead.
Calm down, Remax. Calm down, please.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel what King feels on that Terizza. There have been so
turn on
many
my camera.
times where the ultimate, you feel like you can jump over a certain wall, and it just does not go that way. For some reason, I feel like the hitbox is a little different when you're trying to move and jump with that penalty zone, and sometimes you just end up on the wrong side of the wall. You're like, oof, like, okay, I just missed that ultimate. It's one of those little things that I feel like the actions don't line up perfectly. Blink here at the bottom, the rest of the team kind of latching on and trying to find a kill onto Hotoon. He wants to get that minion. I wonder how important that is to him, as he's going to have to turn around. Blink doing a great job, and Jump Style, they're going to try to protect this bottom lane, allow Chimera the time he needs to be able to take this bottom tower as well.
2 towers by 1. The focus is in the middle lane. Oh my god, Shy. Okay, okay. I can breathe now. Damn, why they came to just okay, Steph uses his flicker to get closer. Okay.
The boy's tired.
Yeah, and they're doing a great job. J-Kite's doing a great job with some of those snipes as well. I think I've talked about her before. The great positioning that they have. Ooh, a little bit of engagement here. 2-on-2. 2 tanky boys trying to go in. Zaman Force has been left up on the top lane, looking for the damage, but Chimera comes in with a Death Sonata, finishes the job, and down goes Fury. And this is what we talked about. The CC that he takes and how squishy he is why Harith has just not yet made his impact into the top of the meta just
All right,
yet.
coming into First Lord, still pretty even game as far as like gold goes. So, and Lone's Rage can definitely bounce back here. Not far behind. They might. Nice pick. If Steffi gets away here, that could be big, but it doesn't look like. Yep, Steffi's not going to make it out of here, fortunately. But that is 2 down on DreamHack.
2 by 1. They also have Fury and Steph, but in the other side we have the Chimera, who and also Blink. So it's a good start, but changing this changing kills is not
like
good.
everybody's just gonna reset, prepare for this Lord fight.
One kill for another is not good for the for the Influence Rage, because DreamHack is also
J-Kite
they have
playing bottom side.
almost 1k of gold in the front, and now we have a Lord. And the last fight,
I don't
I don't know
recall.
why, but someone started the Lord and Blink's dead. About the this Lord just jumping into the fight. I don't know why they do this, but we know why the CSI moment about how Blink dies.
Fight no running.
And bigger thing for me, rather than just trading kills,
Think we getting there.
Team, is that was
Thinking
a
about
tsunami
it.
slam.
Yeah, they're about to rush it now. They're gonna rush it.
King immediately
He's not gonna make it in
with the
time.
penalty zone and was able to turn it around on Steffi. Now down to 10%. Looking to
Yep.
steal this away. Jump style, able to find the Lord. Appraiser's Wrath
Waited a
slams
little
down
too long.
on the back
Oh,
end,
but he
trying
does
to
find a
chase
kill.
Chimera is down. Hotoon, able to
Holton is
reply
gonna
in
find the
penalty
kill.
zone, lands onto Blink. Is that
Blink
gonna be
is in
enough for him
trouble.
to be
Blink's gonna
able
go
to get
down.
away? Now
That's
bursting
2
it
down for
Fury able to
DreamHack.
find the kill as well. 2 down for DreamHack, and now able to
That
put
first game might have been
pressure
dominating,
onto
but this
Malcolm
second game
Taylor.
is
They jump
definitely
style.
Influence
Takes a
Rage
little
is
too
biting
long,
back.
and mid lane wants to protect that tower, and Influence
They do
Rage
get Lord,
punished him
however,
for
but
it.
still.
We were talking about them getting their
3
powers
down,
back,
they're
turning
gonna be
things
able to clear
around,
that
and it
easily,
looks
not a
like that
problem.
time is now.
The moment is good for them.
Ooh,
because
that
Hotoon,
damage is getting up there, though.
just seeing opportunity to go to the back line, just seeing all the tanks are spared. So in the moment,
Steffi does have
he
the flicker.
just found Chimera, and he just got.
Pretty sure they're not gonna be looking for any kind of
1-0.
crazy sets
He
here,
just-
though.
He just
Yeah,
boxed
Lord's gonna be
Chimera,
cleared.
so
absolutely got dusted there. And this is the damage that was coming out. The fight did take a little bit long. They weren't in a position to be able to take the Lord, but to get 2 kills there, especially to burst down the tanks. As we take a look at the items, man, that's crazy. Tarizla with a 2.600 advantage over the Glue and Suyo, who's just a farming machine. It's not a surprise that Suyo is kind of like 3K over, but it just kind of speaks to where a lot of this gold is going for both of these teams, as the gold overall is tied for both.
We see in the difference between the junglers, and we see a tanky jungler. He's also will search for gain gold for his team and have the moment about being a father. And also we have the assassin mode in the other side, who is more like, I need to get my money, to get my items, and do what I
good defense by Influence Rage. We are already expecting that though, as they had 3 people down already. And they're actually in the lead now with a 0.5k gold lead in their favor. Still down by 1 kill, but kills really matter. Kills really matter when you have map control and the gold is in your favor.
They've lost just a little bit of confidence in their step, because they know the damage that is coming out from them. I feel like we definitely have to wait for some of these snipes to land for Chakai, which is they've got a great amount of suppressive fire that can come out from DreamMax. You've got Chimera, he can launch off that Death Sonata. You've got Chakai, who can launch out those Astral Orbs as well. So I feel like
yes, they do.
Line up. Are we gonna be able to catch somebody and then
they only count for style point. Style point.
Be able to take down some of these heavy hitters, especially as the damage, as we move in later and later, a lot of these items are starting to come up. A huge amount of damage, a little bit of slowdown lands on the Blink, who might be in a little bit of trouble. DreamMax coming up from the top end, do rescue their teammate, and an Astral Orb goes just wide onto Influence.
Liking DreamMax's position, like they're making sure that this off lane gets cleared so it's not used against them.
Score. We have this feeling in Brazil too, when is 7-1.
Nova is gonna go ahead and clear that. Clear that. Get back to this team fight.
About Brazil taking out.
They're looking to make the same play that they did last time. Influence Rage definitely learned by not sending Hotun down to deal with it. So he's gonna be nearby for this Lord fight. Ooh, big pick. Mirror is gonna go down. Brawl. That's 2 down already for DreamMax. It's looking like it's gonna be 3. That's 3 down. It might be a wipeout. It might be a wipeout. Oh no, they're gonna get away. I get away. That is 3 down for DreamMax. Influence Rage is definitely gonna get this Lord without a problem, and they're also pushing at the same time, so we might even get an inhibitor before Lord even starts marching. It's gonna put DreamMax in a really bad position.
Nice pick-off during this fight. Syndra just look for Chimera.
They definitely have the space to open up this map. Probably take the rest of the inhibs as well. Unfortunately, they did just clear mid lane, so that Lord, when it does march, is gonna have time to build up on that middle.
Just can do 3v5, but now you need your carries, and they are not doing this.
They would have left that lane not cleared for a little bit. Lord would have just marched straight up. They wouldn't have had time.
Influence Rage is now gaining the map conditions, and it's good for them. I like it.
Yeah, it is looking like a much more even game.
Yeah, waves aren't synced at all.
It does feel like
but they might not get any inhibitors here. They might get that tier 2. That's about it.
Extended. Ooh, do we have a Tsunami Slam that does?
Oh, not the best pick for Steffi. He doesn't make it over that wall and is unfortunately caught out. Yeah, they're definitely not going to get any inhibitors here. They do get that tier 2, just as expected. You know, they did crack over mid already, so
we have a Chimera who doesn't have his flicker or his flash, and Steffi just want to start and engage in a tank in their base. So, I don't know why this happened. They don't have already the burst conditions to just give the tank 1-0 to his life. So why?
Gradually need to get some mad defense on his
Yeah, and that kind of comes down
body.
to maybe a little bit of inexperience, maybe a little bit of a communication thing. If you go in, I think maybe they thought they had.
Like, as much as I like brute force, I just don't see it worth it half of the time.
And when they went in, they realized,
You're
okay,
better
we're
off
caught.
getting
I need
more
to grab
defense rather
somebody.
than.
The problem is that somebody is
I
almost
personally
always
feel.
king, and the amount of defense he gets.
It's not like you're gonna be doing
throwing
less
down his
damage.
boundary zone, and the damage that he can dish out is just a huge deal, and it almost turns it around on your entire team depending on who you're picking up for some of these tsunami slams. The sad thing is, I feel like even without the tsunami slam,
Influence Rage taking it slow.
Comfortable spot right
4.6k gold lead in their favor, so it's looking real good for them. Going into this next lore, they did freeze up these waves pretty good, so no one's being able to farm. Letting it stack up. I gotta start clearing it now as that lord is getting closer, though. I'm pretty sure. Yep.
For setting for our team right now.
Now they have a impression about the minions. I like to
Left
say
that one minion to let it slow push a little.
One game that Winos do the thing. Okay, Minos win.
Should probably just gonna touch that one minion.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we have.
They're forced to go up there, and Nova has to deal with it. Or is spawning now.
South casting, and they say
he's gonna clear that without a problem, though. That's really.
Yeah, when the minions are pushing on the base, we call them winions. It doesn't happen too often, and I feel like sometimes
there for the majority of this fight.
Going on in the game. Speaking of a lot going on,
Kite's making their way back.
Right now, juggling it back and forth. You see a little bit of a dash there from Influence Rage. Now a big fight comes on.
Beth looking for the sets, unable to find it. Arctic as well is gonna be able to not get that set in.
I think that some of the teams are in a good position. You can see how tanky the side of DreamMax is. They're still mostly at full health right now.
Pretty sure they just reset here.
Looking for an angle to be
they got.
In here. Arctic fighting back.
They don't really have the lane pressure too much. Like the minions might be pushing in their favor, but it's not like super minions or anything. So it's not gonna stack up as much. Still gonna stack. All right, big fights are starting. Blink is gonna go down. Holton is just in their back line. There's nothing they can do about it. Jump style is gonna go down. That's a double kill for Fury. I don't know, with just Novaria and Granger, they might not be able to clear. They're probably gonna get this bottom side inhibitor, if not in the game. Oh no, that's it. That's GG. GG, and it's a wipeout.
Yeah, and that's gonna be the second.
And it's a wipeout. Holy.
Influence Rage to tie us at 1-1 apiece.
Wow, what a show. Influence Rage. They were getting first blood. DreamMax started to dominate the field. Then Influence
you can't be tanky,
at 11-minute
but it means nothing if you can kill for them. Yeah. Wait, you can be tanky.
This time around,
doesn't mean nothing if you can't kill. Okay, makes sense now. I couldn't figure out where the can't went until I read it again.
And obviously we talked about the compositions and.
Alright, let me go find my headphones because I've been like watching in silence. I know one of them is on my bed. I don't know what I did with the other one though. I had it.
Skills, picking up some few moments in the all the Influence Rage just goes in the wrong calls and they grow up. But sometimes we see how different it is about the Suyu player just having your items and also Heritage too. So we see this different moment in the middle game just to finish, and that's amazing.
Yeah, it's the problem too for me is that there's as you move into the mid and late game too, the only sources of damage for your team are the Granger, are the Novaria. Novaria's really leaning way back, trying to land a lot of these Astral Echoes for her team. And if she gets close enough to really be a threat, I feel like you've got so many options that are no longer concerned about the tanks, that they can kind of get back there and find some of that. More though, is that when these clashes were going on, I felt like the clashes, they're lasting pretty long, back and forth.
Found it.
But there was just not enough damage on the side to be able to compete as you moved into the mid and late game for the side of DreamHack.
DreamHack,
Like
yeah.
I said, you got the suppressor.
That's what I'd be
fire,
saying.
the
Like
zoning
Ranger
of
is
some of
good,
this
but like
sniper
when it just
power,
comes out
coming
to
from
like
Ranger
sheer
and Bavaria,
damage
but,
output,
that's kind of that almost feels it's single.
I feel like he
target,
falls off
basically.
sometimes.
And they were able to kind of maneuver
All right, we're
around
back.
a lot of that in the first place.
I miss all of this in the game because, as I say, they have 3 frontliners. They don't need to get to let pass the influence rage to our carries, but all the team fights when the influence rage just win, I see.
Yeah, not the
Fortune
best
just
game for
doing
jump style.
the
Just was
meta
not
stuff,
landing the
or
mark,
also
unfortunately.
Syndra. So you have the range to do all your abilities. You have
What it
all
probably
this
really was
pressure
is
about
not
your
that
team,
they
but
lacked
you're not
damage, they
doing
just
this
lacked
right
the
from the beginning. So,
lockdown.
okay.
Like they couldn't just lock
Great.
down one
Quick.
person long enough to do the damage. And you know, Suyo's constantly moving, Valentina's constantly moving, Harif is constantly moving. So I think that's what it just came down to. They didn't really just have to lock down crowd control.
We have, I think they all did their part in getting the
You
team
know,
turned around for this
or
win,
enough of
right?
it, you know, because
Steph
you
was
got
there
Hylos, you got
going
Fred
in
and
to
Teresa.
give that
Teresa got the
CC and
penalty
make
zone, but
sure
you know,
that they can put in
Valentina
that
and
damage and
Harif
hold
can
them
just
down.
dash out of that. Let's be honest.
For
And
me,
Suyo, all three of them can
Hotun,
just dash out of the
I
penalty
think
zone.
sans that first engagement right here, where they're like, "Oh yeah, let's run right into 3 tanks and see how this fight takes us." Besides this first fight, I feel like after he started farming up, after he started getting his items, he was doing a great job of being able to get around
Probably needed more
a
CC.
lot of these conflicts.
I think they just needed a different roam. They would have been
Enrique
fine.
was pointing it out that we were questioning, could they get to the back line? Could they get to Kite and Chimera? And we saw that they were, and Hotun was doing a great job of getting back there and shutting down a huge amount of DreamHack's damage.
That's sad about the composition because we always, as we say, we do a lot of talking about the compositions and all the things you can do or not do in the game, but they just throw it away. And why am I doing this? I need to pass in the human resources right now just to get out of my work because I'm saying all these things and nothing is happening. So I'm going to get sad again. But
I'm
okay,
confused.
let's see about this 101 situation now. We have the match point from Influence Rage and DreamHack, and I need to see who will be the winner today.
All right, and time to give our credit where credit is due. Our MVP players stepped up in a big way and delivered when their team needed it most. Of course, it was Hotun. Is that how you say it?
Why'd she put so much
Yes,
emphasis
Susuyu
on it?
with,
Sure.
605
See, if she would have just said it like that,
2.9K total damage,
if she would have just said it like that and
810
just didn't ask the
per minute.
question, she would have probably been golden.
dominated
But
that and brought that back for his
she
team.
questioned it.
Yeah, especially when it's a Suyo.
All that aura she just gained
You have to really shut him down
was
in the
lost.
game for him to not have an avenue to be good in the late
But you
game.
know, I'm
You see
just
there, 810 gold per minute. Suyo can
talking
farm
like crap
so
behind
quickly,
her
get the
back.
items that he needs to get to really be so strong. Here you can see how much damage he was dishing out there as well. Not just that, but like we said, the decision making, getting to the back line, being able to shut down the damage of a DreamHack was a huge plus, and Hotun was doing a great job of it. Didn't suffer a single death.
Just what a good man playing with TCU. And as I say in the beginning of the transmission, he is one of the best players in Latin. So he's showing this to us right now.
All right.
Yeah, and yeah, we're going to be going to a full series here. No sweeps on this side.
Start the prayer system.
So definitely a very even game. I'm not gonna lie. First game, I was a little worried for Influence Rage. I was like,
Me too.
Rough start, but that shows the experience of them, you know, to be able to take a loss like that and be like, all right, guys, just brush it off. We'll be fine. We just gotta, and not just take a loss, but take a loss and then have a composition that featured not the best early game. So not only do you have a loss, but you're starting the next game kind of on your back foot, where you're going against a super tanky composition where they're asking you, be patient, get to the mid game, just wait till we get our items, and then be able to take the reins of that and form that into a victory. So hats off to Influence Rage.
Yes, I'd say that first game was kind of nerves that probably got to them, right? So they were able to show us what they have this time around and brought that back.
About saying this game, I really want to say also that Hotun playing as the Suyu have the snowball condition. So he get the first kill, then the second one, he's trolling like he's doing the jungler things and also robbing the jungler of this enemy. And this is good for him because, as I say, when you are a tanky jungler, you like to play with your team, to do the things with your team, to play the gold with them. So you go to the turtle, you go to lords and things like that, and assassin just search for the right moment to start the game. And this is what he do, and he do this so good.
Yeah, I think you made a comment about Hotun on certain heroes that you kind of, was it Hotun or somebody else that you were talking about how some of the junglers, they play the assassin ones and they comes into the tank meta. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a huge fan of the tank meta just because I like flashy plays. I think I think there's most viewers like that as well. And also I feel like it kind of sometimes you have people that have an ability. Like Hotun, he was able to show it here.
I also got to set something up for
pickup too. They have the mechanical ability to be able to get
University
to where they
Legends.
need to be, to aim where they need to.
If I seem a little distracted, it's because I'm dealing with that in between like matches. It's nothing crazy. I just got to set up like a giveaway bot for it, and then I have to set up.
That's why Suyo has really become a priority.
Just one. I don't have to do the other thing. I'll probably
ceiling of an assassin.
Leave it.
Who
all right, really game number 3.
And this movement,
we got to this draft kind of quick. I was expecting it to take a little longer.
Of like a Hayabusa or a Ling pickup there. So, and I feel like that's been the big thing of why Suyo has been like a prime pickup. And especially for a person like Hotun, who does, I feel like from the games I've watched, is mechanically sound with a lot of his picks.
There's a lot of heroes here that they cannot choose on each side of the team. So I'm very happy to see what maybe the choices that they will choose this time around, right? With the global bans, this is going to be very interesting.
Okay, so bring the funny. Let's see beautiful plays, okay? And also more assassins. And Ling, oh wow, you said about Ling, I forget the last time I see a Ling in our players, because also he got his nerf and nevermore we see him. So why? He's a strong character, okay? He just do this one item and obviously he can just fight against everyone. Not everyone. 1v1. Well, let's talk about 1v1 situations. He's good at it. But we don't see it anymore, and I like it so much to see the assassin meta because of this. And remembering, also in Brazil, we don't have players too funny, and that's a little funny because in the other places like Philippines and they love it funny, but here in Brazil we don't have this feeling.
They do not like the Fanny. They don't got no Sky Kings.
Right play about with the funny is
everyone's wingless
right now, but I will search for you guys to remember it. But
to be fair, at the moment, Fanny's not very strong, so it's fair. It's not weak either. It's just like a lot weaker than what she was. It's not weaker than what she was.
A lot of reasons. You say you don't see Fanny a lot and there's only one person. I think that match even shows the reason why we don't see Fanny or some of those other assassin pickups as well, because a lot of those assassins, they rely onto the purple buff. That makes a huge target for your team, a huge weak point that you need to watch out for, that the enemy can just, boom, just go for his purple buff, take that out. They put that on timer too. So I think he got like 1 or 2 purple buffs during that match, and then the enemy was just basically all over their jungle. Not just that, but I feel like there's so many so many yes boxes that need to be checked.
Not taking the time with these
Everything
bands,
to
I
go
won't lie.
perfectly for an
All right, we got the
assassin,
Leomord,
to
the
have a good
Harith.
early game, to be a
You
threat
know,
during the
they don't
mid,
want them
get
to
all
have
the
those.
buffs
That's
that they
fine.
need to
Taking out the
really be
Phoveus
able
as
to be
well. So I
successful,
wonder what they're
whereas
going
other
for here.
ones, they're able to sit at the Lord Pit longer. They've got a lot more defense. They can make a lot
Honestly, I
more
would have
mistakes,
let
that it doesn't end the entire game for them. That right now, just Assassin's just not in
never
a
mind,
good
actually.
place. We do see the bans coming through for both of these teams now. Wondering, we still haven't
Fanny is
seen
super duper strong.
Zacian, pickup yet. I think for either team, ban or pickup for either of them.
I don't remember the bans in Zacian.
Yeah, I can't remember if Zacian was banned or not.
I think not.
But
I think not.
okay. But it's yeah. At least they're making sure that they're not gonna have to deal with that Harith because they went ahead and banned that out, picking up the Eve or Ivy that you guys call it here at the Brazil. So.
Sometimes we call Ivy. Sometimes, but Eevee it's more natural.
Eevee,
remembering
Eve.
also the Farsa.
Not her saying EV2.
Farsa
Oh,
too,
man.
but some players, some pro players, call them Fasha. Why? I'm not know why. I think it's because in Brazil.
Fasha.
I think because in Brazil, some a few years past. I don't know. I always go before and things like that. But in the past, all the things we writing about P and 8 was Barca, things like that. But in the reality, in my generation, they switched the PH to sound like an F.
Oh, of course, yeah.
We have like Farmácia in my grandpa's, and now it's Farmácia because it's an F right now for us to say. I think it's because of this they call Fasha, but I don't know why. They're just playing the game.
We got that Julie and Hilda here being chosen. Hilda over here will be great at invading and making sure that the other jungle does not get their gold. But as I heard before, Hilda is hard keep that momentum going if her team is not doing well.
Wow.
Yeah, Hilda, I feel like here with the Guinevere and Hilda, depending on what we go with the mid lane, you're going to have a pretty easy early game to be able to kind of try to get those invades. The problem that comes out is it's an early Hilda pickup, and they immediately answer back with a Fredrin. And Hilda shines when it's like a squishier fighter or assassin that you can harass throughout the jungle, and you can really kind of be a threat. Like, is this a Fredrin? He's gonna see a Hilda and he's gonna be like, okay, I'm just gonna take this damage and try to get my minion here with my retribution. Not just that, but you got a very strong XP lane too with the Sora. Ooh, and then we're gonna go ahead and pick a lot of mobility coming out of the non-Hilda pickups coming up from DreamMax as well.
Eve, Fredrin, so I already like that draft like a lot. Like that's a strong draft. But Hilda, Gwen, and Kimmy is also pretty strong too.
We for the moment have a little scale. We like to see how the Kimmy works.
Like in Influence Rage a little more though.
Builds she can try to just finish the game. Also, we have in the north the Malefic. No, not the Malefic Roar. Let me. Yes. I think this guy. Oh, wait. I will see again.
The one that gives you range.
Yeah. Malefic gun. Yes. The Malefic gun, who is also good for the range to more basic attacks, and it's good because
range draft looking better at the moment.
Sometimes have this close range or medium range, and
DreamMax is still pretty. It's still solid because Gwen could like one jump, and that's basically a guaranteed kill. So.
Fredrin likes to side or entering in the range of the ultimate of Ivy.
We also can't forget that Kimmy counts as a setter, so
to just being safe for some moment.
This Kimmy's
I'm gonna say their drafts are pretty equal.
Does it stop Sora's combo at all? Like or is...
I believe Sora becomes untargetable when she's using her shifting skies and things.
It's a guy.
Especially because some of those punches. It's not just.
He's been calling Sora a girl for a while now. It's a guy.
She pushes,
He-
becomes invulnerable during some of her, her abilities.
And you want
it
more?
really,
And he's only
it's
in-
like,
He's only
there's so much
invulnerable
that Sora
during
can do,
his
and that's
thunder
why she's such a priority
transformation.
pickup,
That's it.
Or he's such a priority pickup for a lot of these teams. He is. There's just.
Oh, he switched.
You can have them very, very low, and then you just activate this one ability, and you're not able to touch him. And so that's going to be a real issue here, especially with getting back to the front.
Yeah, but he's only I think he's only invulnerable during his thunder
Thunder
form.
Untargetable,
Untargetable, not invulnerable. He can still die during a thunder form. Like that has happened. You can die during thunder form. You're just untargetable, but not invulnerable. So if you get hit with an AOE, you're taking the damage. Same with cloud form.
Hylos and Eve are that duo that it's almost cheesy. How easy it is for engagements when you have the real world manipulation come down, the Hylos glorious pathway. You're basically the enemy team is trying to crawl away from you.
Sora over Gwen.
Here,
Okay, all right. If we're talking about just drafts, that's like I don't know. Both of these drafts are actually like really solid. I can't even lie to
We have
you.
2 picks here. Interesting. First, we don't have the Hylos.
Both of these drafts are like really
but
solid.
also we have
I don't know. The
good,
Hilda versus the
ultimates
Khalid. I
to
don't know how
do
these
the
two
early
pair
game
against each
more,
other. They're both very strong early game roams, so I feel like they're gonna
And
shut
we
each
have
other
Fury,
down. It's
who
gonna come
have
out to
a
who does more
signature
damage.
hero for
I feel
him.
like Khalid
He
has
really
more
works a
sustain
lot
because of that
being
skill
with this
too.
Moskov. So
But
let's see if
I don't
he's
know.
not,
He also has more set
if I
potential.
would say
So
this
we're
good
just talking
things
about
for
team
him and
draft
he do the
overall.
right things
We
in
got
the
2
game, doesn't look
sets
bad,
on the
doesn't say a lot
side of
good
Dream
things about
Max
Syndra, and
versus
he just not
3
perform.
sets
So,
on the
okay,
side
looks like well. Okay, again.
of
looks like,
really
I'm
4
good,
sets
I'm
because
good.
real world manipulation
I don't know,
it
for me,
counts as a
like,
lockdown
this draft,
if anyone's
on
inside of it. So
ooh, that's a good
I don't know.
one.
I feel
Very
like they might have messed
elusive.
up
The
with that
draft on
Benedetta.
Influence Rage
Or that
side
Jungle
seems
Benny.
more
No, EXP Benny.
likely to win,
Jungle
in my
Gwen.
opinion, but I'm not sure. I know they had the shred carry. She like shred.
They both got late
multiple
games
people.
between
They
Carrie
have
and
3
Moskov.
frontliners
I want to
here.
say Carrie scales better for their team
They
because
want a
you know
combo,
Tinks.
right? They want that.
But they're
We
not
have a
all. They're not very
composition.
durable
They
as
don't
well
look like
on
we
the
have
side
a
of
combo,
DreamHack. So
but
Moskov is
if
going to
we
be able to
think
pop
about
off
some
as well.
ultimates,
I don't know.
we
Both of these
can
teams are like
have a
pretty
beautiful
even.
combo. I think this about DreamHack. But in
Um,
also Influence Rage, we don't have the disengage, but we have
I don't know. I like
farms
both
to
of these drafts.
not
These are
take
like both
that
really
combo
strong drafts
because,
from both teams.
as you say, Sora just
Influence
being
Rage got like
invulnerable.
slightly stronger though.
We
I feel like they're
have
gonna have
Fury
an
who have
easier,
some dashes. We step
easier
they usually
start.
don't
Possibly.
take some CC. So I think who starts first will win the fight.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting as we move to game 3. I agree too. You've got a lot of, as we call it, wombo combo potential on the side of Dream.
The Shake Height is actually like really good on her mages. Like her positioning is actually really good. Like from every game I've seen, she's had like really great positioning. So, and she was eating people up with that Kimmy last time. That last game I seen her on. So I don't know. Go either way. It really can go either way. Like if I was ever divided on a match of going either way, this is probably the most divided I've been. Both of these drafts are like superb drafts. Oh, Steffi down low already. So I guess we know who takes most of the damage.
The enemy off guard, whether it's the real world manipulation, the raging sandstorm that can come out from Steph as well. Oh, Fredrin actually, Haltoon tried to come in there to try to steal away that Litho Wanderer, but there was 4 members of DreamHack there trying to protect that out.
And remembering, DreamHack have other composition things like split. Also, I'm being sad because I'm not seeing this real split in other games having here in the Mobile Legends. So they have the potential. They have a condition a little about 1-3-1 missing a tank.
Yeah, they're like equal.
They have this opportunity, and
like
as you say,
just as I said, Khalid's gonna have more of that sustain because of that skill too.
About Yennefer, we have the ultimate about King. We have the Chai with the second ability and the ultimate. So this all together in one player. Obviously, he needs to die. He don't need. It's obviously he will. If he survives, is the other thing. We call it a remake match because it's not right.
Yeah, interesting. As we go in here, King gonna go ahead and scoop that up. I'm actually very curious. I've never seen a Benedetta against a Sora. I don't know actually who wins that lane out there. A great job by DreamMax to go ahead and put the force up at the top right before this turtle comes out. It's gonna give them prime position. Ooh, Steph gets a pop up there into the Violet Requiem.
Yeah, first blood. See, that's why they... All right, it's back and forth right now.
RWM coming out for
Oh,
but he gets
big damage.
Immediately. Blink on the back end gets taken down as well. 2 for 2 for both of these teams, but it does look like Influence Rage on a good position for this turtle. King fighting for it. J-Kai coming from the back end, trying to keep that distance up.
They gotta kind of end fast because Sora's gonna get his ulti. Yeesh. Ah, the Sphere of Destruction misses.
Which allows Influence Rage to immediately latch on to J-Kai.
So, as we know about these compositions, is like you get the first target, you take out the resources to just have the kill, you kill the roaming, but you forget the Influence Rage also have ultimates to use. So when Syndra just use the ultimates, it's over. And we see the Moscow Fury tries to use the spear, but also don't connect. Sad, but it's life. So King, have your first item. It's a strong item. It's an assassin item. The 7
lethargic.
C's. Okay, 7 C's.
Almost
so
lethargic, bro.
We have. They have more about the pick-off sense.
Right, watch yourself, Steffi.
Yeah, it's really interesting that both XP laners sitting at 2 kills apiece here, so they're actually very strong. It's very interesting to see the Benedetta. I think I brought this up before too. I don't know how they go against each other. Usually, when it comes to going up against a Sora, the only way to really counter it is to try to be as much of a nuisance as Sora is to the enemy team, so that you can kind of like offset the type of plays that they can make here. Right now, sitting at 3 and 2 apiece, Blink getting that information, giving it to their team. As we go on, though, I think Xena.
And they are bullying.
Once you start
Cameraman, top side, please.
Once you start getting on your back foot, you start getting behind. Sometimes
like a whole gank like forming up there. There's a whole gank up there that was just forming and we did not catch.
You want her to tank, you want her to harass, and unfortunately for this composition, as I'm talking about that, she gets by 3 members. King, putting out the damage on that Benedetta, is able to find an escape, but it does not reply. Blink is down. Another kill for Influence Rage.
That's good. Nice pick off they do. Influence Rage have this mobility to just make the strongest composition. Also, they don't have the art to do all this, but
they're gonna get that turtle easy.
Fury using the wall
Steph!
And,
Steph, run! Yo, no way he actually gets out of that.
And they will.
I don't think y'all can defend that.
It's a 4v2. Oh,
they're looking for an engagement here. A nice little, beautiful SOD there by Fury, but they are going to be able to take down Steph. That's
oh, no way.
Ooh, on the back end, Syndra in a little bit of trouble there, getting taken down by King. Fury trying to answer back, is able to find the kill. But I feel like there was a little bit of a miscommunication there because Steffi stayed under the tower while Fury used the SOD to reposition, got in back of this, and he's like, all right, deuces, I'm out. And Steph was just like, oh, wait a minute, we're not trying to defend this, and then got taken down. But fortunately for Influence Rage, they were able to answer back.
They weren't going to be able to defend it, unfortunately. It was going to be too much coming out.
Don't have the communication because I know it's a tower. You were more tanky when you're behind your tower, so. But
no, that's a win for. Oh, he's dead. He's so dead. 3 ultimates used on him.
We were talking about that CC. That CC to CC that you can put out there. Chimera gets taken out with a great shot there as well. Steffi is down, but that kill we just saw from Hotun, it was the jump coming in from jump style on that Guinevere. Then King came in with the final blow, and then like it was a wrap there after that. So they were able to CC
Chase's monster ulti as well. I don't know what her ulti is called.
Evening out for both teams right now.
And I think the Influence Rage and also DreamMax are so crazy to not use Purify about all these compositions because it's just like this. One shot about 1 CC, it's over. You can't do nothing. And remembering, okay, we see the Fredring having one item. It's not the most tanky one. He just used a good item just for don't take a lot of CC, but we see he just taking all the CC anyway. So the damage is different. So for this game, we need to see other things. We need to see the Influence Rage showing what they came for. So it's now or never. Let's go.
Yeah, and actually King takes a little bit of damage on the back end. Chaikai, I saw, picked up the Sky Piercer again. It's been one of those common items that you do see on a Kimmy early game. Ooh, a big jump does catch on a Hotun. The rest of the team is right there to kind of collapse.
Oh man, big set, boom, 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 you're dead. Those punches are just satisfying, bro. Oh man.
The side of Dream Max, and it looks like that turtle even went over to Influence Rage as well.
Ah, that's so scary.
With this HP. So we have the difference because we see the jump style doing the right thing. He just made the jump in the Hotun, but he just don't connect it. He just don't do the ultimate things. The team don't follow him, so he just then step.
I don't know. It's like
the targets change it, and then we see jump style.
DreamHack has potential.
Also,
if jump style can land like a jump on like 2 or 3 people, that's just gonna be a wrap. It's gonna be a wrap.
Yeah,
but that's all they got really. Unfortunately. Influence Rage just has too many ways in. The Benedetta pick wasn't quite the one you wanted. I won't lie.
Biggest thing for this game as well. Influence Rage have showed some slippage there as well. DreamMax, their composition absolutely needs to have communication. You need to be able to understand who's going first, who's going to be able to get the CC on there. We talked about jump style. You said he went in, got the jump, and I think even had the Violet Requiem, but then decided against it as the entirety of Influence Rage collapsed around him immediately. Maybe the target too, unless you're trying to upset the retribution coming from Hotun, I don't think they were at a position yet to really be doing that. A Hotun should not be your target unless you're trying to stall that retribution and get it yourself.
3.5 more gold have Influence Rage right now. They also have in all your
no, that's you're not bugging. That's my microphone. My mic.
The difference about the gold lane, I guess. So
I just tilted up a little.
Some
Let me know if my voice becomes choppy though. As it's like not facing directly towards me now.
Influence Rage
Oh,
just
wait, it's still in the way.
more better in this point of game.
I'll move it back a bit.
You can see Arctic just dives into the middle of the Lord Pit, allows Hotun
and he survives?
to pick off the retribution. Steffi finds a kill.
Oh no, that's just her HP bar that looks like that, bro.
Hotun on the back end, looking for a kill, trying to chase him down. Fury decides to turn his attention to the lane, but the bravery or the
still there somewhat, but I just gotta talk louder as well.
Wandered past the entire team of DreamMax into the Lord Pit there,
or better yet,
to be able to get that shifting skies and allow Hotun to be able to get that retribution as well.
I don't know why I seen Arky doing that thing. I say like, damn, why he do this?
No, you don't. Gotta talk louder. All right.
Everything, and he survives. And like, I want to be his best new friend. I want to learn this because it's different.
Because I don't have the strength right now. I gotta save. I gotta save what little bit of energy I got for later on.
New potential minions about the laning phase, about the tower 2 in the right moment. It's good for Influence Rage. 9-6 in the score, and remembering is the last for the BO3. The next winner here is the 2-1, I guess, the 2-1 in the series.
Yeah, they're looking for it here as we take a look at some of the items here. 800 gold lead there by Syndrak, who already does have the glowing wands, got the anti-heal out there. I was talking about this before. Kimmy has went ahead and got the early game Sky Piercer, but really, I mean, Kite hasn't died. We've seen before. Kite actually had one of their best games last week on the Kimmy. Does a great job of positioning. Here, it feels like they're able to do a good job of keeping the Kimmy at bay, keeping the Kimmy away from a lot of these fights, or maybe just the CC style of this composition really doesn't benefit when you get the stuns and you're trying to look for a burst to get people down. And Kite, the Kimmy, it's more of a sustained damage that you can do, and I feel like a lot of these fights are over before they can get into a position.
I've been like watching this match, but like
sometimes I see the
fact that I don't know, I feel like we just jumped to 12 minutes somehow, and it's like Influence Rage is just like mopping the floor.
We don't have this.
They're just playing they're just getting the better. They just have so many sets, so many ways to initiate that.
Also,
it's
we
ridiculous.
have a lot of mid laners working with a secondary style, like doing a support things.
I don't think there's anything they can do.
More roaming things than
Remax on a back foot once again.
This makes me a little sad, but it's the style of the game. I understand, but I also want to see more because Shy have the potential, Syndra have the potential. They show us a lot of things today. Also in this position,
like pushing
the
back
true carry, just about okay, it's a furry, the true carry on Chimera.
I'm gonna find like the sweet spot where I can.
Whoa, wait.
That might be it.
Oh my god.
I thought there were players
still in the
there.
screen a little,
For a
but
second, their Fury got decimated and dusted. That's gonna go ahead and set up DreamHack. They immediately beeline for the Lord Pit as soon as they take down the biggest damage from the side of Influence Rage. You can see Stephanie
there
in
we
the back
go.
end
We're
trying
good.
to get that information. Arctic hiding in the top bush, looking for an opportunity. Onto Chimera.
Jump style
Chimera
hits the
dashes
jump,
away,
but it's
is
just
able to
there's
get
no
the safety,
follow up.
and now Arctic
But Influence and Rage in trouble.
Is able to protect them. Down
But it's
goes
1-1
Blake.
right now.
DreamHack and Influence Rage, both
It's gonna be a reset.
people
Oh, but they're not gonna let it reset. They're just gonna rush it.
Getting into a great position for this next Lord.
Is back.
Oh, jump style. Look at jump style.
Don't split it off.
And he gets the steal and gets out like a criminal.
Even stopped because I'm like, there's no way they lose this. We're gonna go ahead and toss it to Henrique. He can stop.
Wow.
Smoothing it.
Wow, that's jump style.
Said, nope, I'm not done yet. We can still get this. Jumps in there, able to steal the Lord away from Influence Rage. We take a look at these items, Henrique.
Wow. All right. DreamHack might be making a comeback.
It's obviously he can jump into this Lord things, okay? And he take it. And
he jumping with style is what you're trying to say.
50 more, 500 more gold in the XP lane, okay?
And they're definitely gonna open map up to at least inhibitors. I don't think they're gonna get any inhibitors though. Yeah, Fury's gonna be up in time, so
more aggressive and
I don't know if they play it right. They might be able to get more.
2K or 3K now. It's going to a 0, and
but probably not.
To draw it.
Yeah, and right now the Lord kind of pressing down. DreamHack have a new.
Yeah, they're gonna get at least a charge though. If jump style hits something here. Oh, jump style hits nothing.
Misses the jump in the backside immediately.
They did get the turret though.
Top high ground tower mid lane down to the high ground as well. The base has been cracked open by DreamHack, and all it took was a jump style being able to turn around and snatch up a Lord. They didn't even win the fight. He just went in, grabbed the Lord, and skedaddled out there, and the Lord pressure was enough to even things out for DreamHack.
For zoning and like, look, if I wanted to do
all right, DreamHack with the lead now. They got the turret in their favor, and it's on opposite side of the next Lord. All right, let me lock in. Let me lock in. Because I like my energy is like real low right now.
Tree tower.
I mean, I really should like save it up.
Tower 3.
It's the high ground towers is what we call it.
Okay. The high ground we call like T3, something like that.
It's T3 too. You can call it that.
Okay, so this high ground is good now because the depression about the minions all the time. You
Yeah.
can't just
Anyway,
do nothing
like
about
with that
it,
opposite lane being
remembering
open,
it's the other side
DreamHack
of the
is
map
very
and
much in a
the
position to like set
Lord.
up this next
So
Lord and
this
close out
tower
on the
is
next push.
amazing for
It's
DreamHack
in
to came
their
into the
favor.
game right
However, they
now.
do
So
have a
what they need to do
Moskov
now
on the side of
is
influence
just
raid, so he
relax,
may be able to just
left
keep that lane
aggression
clear
goes
and
to
get to the
base
fight.
in
It's all about hitting
influence
that
stage
sphere of
and
destruction. If
then
he
start
misses, it
objective.
could be real bad,
Try
but
to
they
fight,
can at least
they
alleviate
will
the
lost.
pressure on that off lane.
Yeah,
Right
and,
now they're not clearing
it's
it. They
not
want to
as
keep
bad
it
as
pushed
having
up
all
like
the high
this
grounds down where
until
you have super
these last
minions,
few
but,
seconds,
and especially because
because you
you've
want
got
that wave to
Fury
push
on your
down as
team.
much as
So
possible.
you've got Moskov who can basically split push, put all the damage out here, and he'll be able to use
He is
the Spear of
pre-clearing it though.
Destruction to join the fight as it comes.
As soon as like that
from
wave
Lord Pit
touches, he's
as
gonna
well.
clear it
He
again, and
does
they
have to
should
be a
be
little bit
fine.
careful.
Somebody
You
has to
can
clear
see here
bottom
Blink
as well
trying to
though.
find
Oh
a good
no!
top lane. They have
Top
a little bit of engagement.
side!
Trying to get on
Top
the Fury.
side!
They're away as we go on with the Lord Pit
He
style.
got Lord. Yeah,
Jump
that's
style able to find a
expected.
kill there. Jump style able to take
That's
on the Lord
expected.
while Chakite finds a kill. And this was all at an even fight too, 4-4, as Blink was away from that fight at the top lane.
Blink was just, yeah, I like how he's bringing that up because he did.
Best front
He's
line
doing little
because Blink just do these things and they don't have the
I don't know what it looks
marksman,
like.
the powerful one. I guess I try to I'm thinking about he's just clear the wave and use the spear to his ultimate to came to the Lord fight, but not happen, and then he just not fight with Blink. Also good, but okay, now Lord is coming up. One more tower, two more towers. I get
Oh, big jump. Big jump by Jump Style. That might be GG. Whole ton goes down as well. It's looking grim for Influence Rage right now. Steffi's low. Fury's taking damage. They are still not able to clear, and that is gonna be game number 3 for DreamHack. Getting better at that.
Wow, what
real
a
good at
turnaround that was. It was Influence Rage was dominating the field.
Puff out my
Then
chest.
Jump Style just stealing
Proud
that Lord
cat.
right then and there, turned
Stop.
everything around, and Influence Rage did not have an answer on how to deal with that upset. That was something else. But that's what I love about Mobile Legends, the fact that it could be, you never know who's going to win the game.
That's good. I will not lie. That's so good. And remembering, we seen the DreamHack in the early game doing the wombo combo things, doing the force of the composition, doing the benefit things, and it's good. It's really good.
Combo.
But in the middle, this changing to the early to mid game, we seen more the force of the Influence Rage composition. They're showing a lot of respect. The Moskov also is not hitting with the spear, right? This ultimate for the team. So it's always a 4v4 situation or a 4v5 because of this. And so he needs to stay always in the split, but no tower for him. So
it's almost because like that last fight too. He was on the split, trying to clear out the lane, immediately got engaged.
Right. Meantime, I gotta stop the night, but
I believe it was Blink on the Hilda. As soon as the turtle fight, or the Lord fight started. So immediately now he has to blink away. He can't even SOD out, because if he throws that out there, he's gonna get caught by the Hilda. And if he goes in with the SOD, he no longer has his dash anymore. So it was so masterfully done. And then you talked about King, a great game by King, especially comboed with Jump Style, Violet Requiem, immediate Electo Final Blow underneath that. Absolutely exploded Arctic on this Sora pickup as well as that for that last fight. And that they were doing that basically the entire time.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to be more his friend. Okay, he's just do the composition well, so he dies. It's all perfect in the same line. What are we saying in this analysis table? Congratulations to DreamHack Sports, and remembering that we have a king with the battle spell called
Petrify?
Yes, Petrify, who's also is one more CC to this composition, just to be more boring thing to he do. So remembering the highlights we're seeing here is good. We're seeing the first fights in the turtle. We're seeing how the composition is very well. So we started with this combo. So we guess about how they just put all these ultimates to one guy and then the falling, because as we say, 5v5 situation, you use 3 ultimates, they have 5 to using you, 4 because one is dead. But also we say about how Steffi and the Khalid is fast, just doing the passive things and came into fight for objectives. So the fights during a lot of time. Then Steffi died and back to help his team. So this is amazing.
Yeah, I think we're going to see here Hotun when he gets double teamed here. You're going to see the Violet Requiem. Yeah, there. And then the cutthroat or the Electro Final Blow come down, and he just gets absolutely shredded. And they were doing that the whole game for a lot of players there. Even the Steffi felt it in that first engagement where we saw underneath the turtle there.
Thanks for the hydrate. Appreciate it, brother.
As well. I wonder if we're going to have that last Lord pick up as a
I don't know if I got anything in my bottle. Bottle's empty, brother.
Came out as well. I believe this
All right.
fight went over
Empty.
to Influence Rage. They had a great time through the mid game, but ultimately, eventually got caught up. I believe,
Oh man, I'm gonna go need to
I
eat.
don't think it was here just yet, but ultimately.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have to go eat.
He was able to
I
come
can't
in,
English.
but the last
I
fight,
can't
he
English.
just was not able.
I'm
to come
going
back just
to
yet.
have to
And,
go
DreamHack
eat.
stuck to their plan. It did feel like a little bit more back and forth. Okay, I believe this is going to be the fight.
A part tip redact.
For tipper.
A part
Hey, for tipper that
That's
scammer.
gonna be enough for the
Whatever, then scammer.
Now let's
Kashmir
spotlight
Kashmir
the
guy.
player who
Then
stole the
bro, what I
show
tell
on
y'all,
MVP
7-1-2.
here is
Like
Shy
she
Kai
does really good on her
with
gimmies,
a
bro.
712 KDA, 34.9k total damage, and 665 golds per minute. The fact that she did not die a lot and did a lot of damage brought that back for them at the end of the game. She started to do a lot.
We're seeing a lot of things about the Steffi using ultimate and the flicker just to engage, but the team just not connected with them. One more time, we're seeing about the miscommunication. We're feeling about the influence rage. But other thing I want to say is I'm proud of Arctic because have a lot of time I'm not seeing a Sora using this assassin mode. It's also just a tanky one, the fighter mode, and seeing the assassin again, it's good.
Yeah, there's that last fight there where they absolutely blew up Arctic with that beautiful combo. Chekai also was able to get MVP last week as well on the Kimmy. So it's I feel like it's something that she's actually very good at, maybe specializes in for her. Even when it comes to some of the losses that they've taken last week, she always manages to have good placement, not take too many deaths on the team, even when they're being absolutely overwhelmed. So it's no surprise she was able to kind of find another MVP here, especially with that, like we said, the dual CC coming out from the Guinevere, the CC coming out from the Benedetta as well, with the final blow, and then of course you had the Petrify on the Benedetta. It was just way too much. Whoever got caught in that, it was basically a wrap for them.
Exactly. They were doing a wonderful job turning that things around. Even when things looked grim for them, they knew that they had that composition to bring it back around. And the fact that they had those additional little CCs that you wouldn't have thought, like I didn't think about it. Like that made all the difference.
So, about this BO3, we have like a 2-1. For now, we don't have the teams 2-1 to fight against, right? We need to see in this week, right? Or we have it? 2-1 teams.
There are. This is the first 2-1.
The first.
That we'll have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about how about the teams. Okay, one is 2-1, the other 1-2. So who is going to fight against in the next episode? So, okay, just thinking a lot. Sorry.
Yeah,
So-
the 5. We're gonna have they have 4 wins under their belts, and one of them did get a loss in one of them, but other than that, it's 4-0, 4-1. So this one's gonna be a fun one to see.
Oh yeah.
We need
when it
to
comes
see
to
about
games that they've played, it is 4-1 to 4-0. Both of them, though, when it comes to series, are both 2-0.
That cheer made me
We
think
need to
Xena
wait.
was in
So
a wedding
the Octagaming
gown for a
97,
second.
who loses will be the 2-1.
Bruh,
and
I see it.
against
Ah,
the
that's funny.
Dreammax, maybe, because
I
we need to
see
see
it.
the lower two about the teams who 0-0-2 and the 1-1 about the Infinity and
I look, you want
Alpha
to
7
screenshot that? Hold on.
tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Got a lot of numbers going around, guys. But remember, I just want to remember.
I had to get like the
one
perfect
last thing.
angle.
We do want to welcome our Indonesian and Philippines that are watching the show right now. I didn't want to say it earlier because it was way too early for you guys, but you guys might be tuning in right now. So I just want to say salamat and how do you say it was terima kasih. What was it?
She's trying at least.
There you go.
Yeah, a big thank you to them for restreaming this and
You tried
as well. I'm gonna leave the translations for Xena because I probably do 1,000
you were
times
right,
worse
making
than
some
that.
funny
I
faces.
know one language and I speak that one poorly, which is English. Not like Enrique here, who's joining us not on his first language, and doing a spectacular job so far.
No way. I'm doing this spectacular job because
He's doing
really
good.
I want to say a lot of things because I'm.
She just needs like to angle her chair like
uh,
slightly to the
expressive
left.
in
So
Brazil. I
that's
talk
perfect.
a lot
Actually.
because I see the patch notes and it's an analysis.
Ah, that's hilarious.
Here I'm just like forgetting some words and I'm like to go slowly to remember some few words and I tried.
You're doing an amazing job trying to translate all of that and implement it into the stream, which we are happy to have you here.
Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, but I mean, so far, man, a great game.
What?
I'm not gonna lie. DreamMax, Influence Rage. I'm pretty sure.
Let me see.
Actually, I didn't even say. So I'm not even gonna pretend like I had a pick here. My pick was right or wrong.
Yes. Thank you for food.
This match probably could have gone either
What?
way.
Yeah.
It's very interesting too.
Look what
because
Saber
I felt
got
in
me,
the last
guys.
week, Influence Rage felt way more
Perfectly made
comfortable
plate of
going
food.
with just
Oh, bruh.
different
The
wild
green screen is green
stuff.
screening, bruh.
To try to test
Can't
that
show the
out.
green.
Like I said,
You can't show the green. It does, but it's like
here today. It felt like
yeah, green
DreamHack
screen
was
is
the
green
one who was
screening.
more comfortable going with maybe some different.
We got some
picks that we
eggs.
Don't always get to see. The Benedetta
Broccoli?
was out there. I believe they
Spinach.
even picked up the Turisla themselves.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So,
And some
very
nice
interesting. I
beef.
wonder if that kind of came into play. If there was maybe a thought
Ah,
process.
yeah.
Because we're 1-1, we need to hunker down and maybe play slave to the meta. And maybe that just was not a comfort thing for them.
Green
Here
screen
at
was green
DreamHack,
screening.
I feel they've been on a very consistent streak. The same people always performing, whether it's Che Kite, whether it is Kumera, who's doing a great job.
Bruh, I had to set up like a
marksman or the gold lane as well,
giveaway
as
bot.
the jungler. And
I guess
feel
it's
like
not
they're
that
steadily
bad.
getting better and better.
But
and
I gotta
better,
set up two
as
different
the weeks move
instances
on.
of this giveaway bot because
a wonderful job. Benedetta for me has always been a terror.
apparently
I've always been afraid of her, and the fact that she did so well right now
how do I
makes her
cancel
even more
giveaway?
scary to deal with. She's hard to catch. She's extremely elusive, and that petrify will get you.
No, it's
Dishes
the
out
first
that
time
massive damage.
Benedetta. It's the first time Benedetta here in Salt.
She was, I believe we saw, or no. I get confused. North, I remember we saw her in the roam position.
Yes,
Is that
yes,
correct?
yes.
That was Night Horde. I don't
Yes.
remember if we've seen a Benedetta. I'll have to check on the stats for that, but I kind of sworn that we have. I'll get back to you. Continue on. I'll get back to you.
Because showing you your like, oh, it's a Benedetta. It's the first time I've seen like. It's good for you in the XP lane because I seen the roaming. I like, why have a Benedetta in the roaming? Is this legal? Is this legal? This can be, and and they win their game. So I'm pretty sure I'm like it is.
Thinking...
Also Xborg in the roam. They pick it up.
Yeah, that one's different too. The Benedetta and the roam, I feel like would be good. The fact that she's very mobile, she can get around the map and actually help with the gangs, and also push the lanes quickly for the team, and just keep the map control for them. That's what I'm thinking. That why they would choose that as a roam.
Benedetta. Kajita in the Salt have for Entity 7, right? No, not Romeo.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think she was picked twice total. Once was by the Night Horde, and then the other one was by Entity 7, who used the Benedetta. So it's...
Says I gotta run like a whole new private tab just to
the interesting thing
freaking
about Benedetta too is
do giveaways on 2 different channels with Nightbot.
She's kind of like a not as bad Fanny when it comes to the skill level it takes to be... You have to be just really gifted to be able to use her to the degree that she is a threat at this level. And she's one of those that every single time
Cool.
I see
Is it really random?
I'm like, oh man, we're about to get a treat. Because she's one of those heroes. You don't get people who are all right at Benedetta using them here in the AMER tournament. You got people who are like, oh man, I can't wait to pull out my bread and butter Benedetta because they're absolutely spectacular on that hero. So it's
we're not actually doing a giveaway. I'm just testing it now. So when we're actually when we're doing it earlier, I meant later. When we're doing it later for University Legends, and just make sure I got it all situated.
Able to rotate, and just how well the Benedetta kind of melded with a lot of the other CC up on the table as well.
Sorry.
So maybe it's a point, we're at a point where we might start seeing a little bit more of that hero.
Yeah, it will be exciting to see if she was played way more for sure. Do you think that Petrify helped with with Sora, maybe messing up his combos? You said he had invisibility, whatever it was, where he was not able to be stopped in some way because of his invincibility. I can't even say
second skill.
Yeah. But then if timed right, she can totally petrify him, right? So, and she's pretty mobile enough to get around. So, and if he had already used it, you know. So I'm thinking, yeah, it would be great to see Benny around more often.
It's good about the relation about Petrify and Sun heroes in Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Also, we see the Kajita. Kajita is a good hero with the Petrify also because of the first skill, so it's good for a start. And we have the Benedetta because in the ultimate you have a certain moment to use the Petrify in the right moment,
Final
just
blow.
that final blow, just for pick it up like 3 seconds, and just in the middle or in the beginning, middle, or the end of the ultimate, you send a Petrify in during the ultimate. So it's good to see. But
I'm gonna screenshot it again, bro.
If you want to know this, if you know this, you'll give the opposite.
No!
It's
Okay.
a long-known fact that if at the beginning of the final blow you use Petrify, everybody in that final blow gets petrified. So it's just one of those skills that's that really can be used very well.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you guys all for staying right now. Be sure to keep staying here. Just quickly grab some snacks. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.
All right, quick break. 3-minute break. Should probably go find some food myself. I'm gonna go ahead and mute. Bro, need to give away some of that grub for real. I'm just better, bro. But I'm probably gonna use this Nightbot to do giveaways for our channel as well. You know, once I'm situated. Actually, if we end up joining a KOL for ML, then we'll do giveaways more frequently. Just to be doing giveaways, honestly. Shit, we get the diamonds to do so. All these giveaways for ML. like that before. All right, so I might have to leave earlier than I thought, which is a little annoying, but apparently the match is at 8:30, so it means I'm gonna have to leave before freaking 8:30. Not even. I might have to leave like at 8:15 even. I wonder if that was like that. I swear it was 9. I swore it was 9 p.m. I'm still gonna watch as much. I'm probably not gonna stop until like 8:15. I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
We are gonna dive right back into the action, but
I'm gonna
first
just have
let's
everything set up
talk a little
prior.
bit about what just happened. You know, what do you
That's why.
think?
That's why I said I wanted
What
to
do you
like
guys
get
think?
everything done
Our
now.
winner
That way,
is Dream
we're
Max.
good.
I think they put on an incredible match. The first one, both of them were very, very dominant, and they showed a great meld of understanding when it came to the draft too, where these picks kind of meld in with each other, how they could benefit from each other. Whereas on the side of Influence Rage, I feel like there were good picks, but the picks were almost independent of each other. We can land a real world manipulation.
Hopefully,
we can
it's not
land
just a lot of
sandstorm,
issues.
but they weren't like necessarily melded well together in the way that we saw with the final blow and a Violet Requiem coming together, while Kite was just absolutely blasting away at them. So it's honestly a great game, and like I said, I think this is for me, one of those dark horses teams that are just going to keep growing and growing and getting better as we progress.
Yes. But let's take a look at our next matches. We have our next lineup, Entity 7, and as well as Alpha 7. But right now we have, or was it? Did I say that whole wrong? But anyways, Entity 7 here. We got Akashi, Hide Bush, Shin, Doom, and Vajun. How do
Vagin.
you say that? Vagin.
Vagin.
I keep getting it.
Akashi, Hidon Bush, Shin, Doom e Vagin.
There we
Also,
go.
Hidon Bush, Hidon Bush and Doom is correctly. Shin, I guess you can say, but Akashi and Vagin is different. And I have to say, Vagin is a funny person. Love it. I had an interview last week with him, and I just can't stop laughing because
Aw.
me and him just seen each other's face and started smiling all the time. Swear, he's a good person.
All right.
A lovely one.
That's awesome to hear for the community. Let's take a look at the next lineup. Octa Gaming. I was totally off. Sorry. Whew. Long day. But we have here Octa Gaming. Lucy.
Got a few things I got to
Thanatos
take
Tizzy,
care of.
Yeah, Thanatos, Tizzy, Seijin,
Hey,
Mewtwo, and
wearing their
Saber.
colors. Am I part of
This
their
side
team?
of Octa Gaming.
Nice.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting match here too. Like we talked about before, Octa Gaming has not taken a loss just yet, and Octa Gaming has been on a roll. I know we talked about this before. The organization is from Peru, but these are all a Brazilian team, all Brazilian team members. I'm assuming very near and dear to the heart of you, Enrique.
No, you're right. All Brazilians, I recognize everyone. Remembering Saber have a nickname called Computer Saber. So we need to take off the computer because to also have this Computer Saber in the bots. So you can't use this. So
Why
we are
Computer Saber? Why did he get that nickname?
maybe because he's the Saber main, and he also jokes about this nickname because of when you play against AI, against the AI, the Saber in the other teams is Computer Saber.
Okay, that's true. That is true. So he's a computer saber. Got it.
And then he just jumps to a Computer Saber in the normal game and ranked games and like, damn,
We got
why are they having AI in the team and just him playing against everybody?
like an hour.
If you guys are just
Nah, we
joining
got like an
us,
hour,
like I
like
said,
45
I feel
minutes
like
before I gotta
this is
leave.
probably where a
Hour
lot
50.
of eyes.
They
This
threw a
series right now is
4.5K
gonna be
gold
where a
lead.
lot of eyes
Yikes.
are on the South,
It's rough.
especially if you're watching from the north,
Rough.
maybe trying to get some scouting, maybe trying to understand where. Arguably the tippy top of the
First
mountain
pick
in the
Grok.
South is right now.
Like
It
to see
is
it.
going to be Entity 7 and Octa Gaming. Both of these guys have had flawless series. Octa Gaming haven't even had a single game loss yet that they've been so good here. For me, Entity 7 2 has been the only, alongside Alpha 7, are the only two teams that have used Marcel to a degree where it
All right, got a
looks like,
Harith
okay, this is
and a
why he's
Suyo.
banned. This is why he's prioritized. So that's just something to talk about here too. As we go ahead, we start off with the Grok pick, and that is immediately replied with the Suyo and the Harith pickup on Octa's side.
Last week, Vagin played with the Grok, and he does very well. About the Octa Gaming, you said about the Marcel. Therefore, it was them who used Chengi or the other team? Or
No, it was Alpha 7 who used the Chang'e,
just
and
crossed,
then Entity 7 actually used the exact same composition against Alpha 7 and beat them with it, which was so
Yeah,
interesting.
but they didn't have the
okay.
Changi. They had the Gwen and the Drizla with the Marcel. Yeah,
good, also good.
but
We have
yeah, they
the
were
first
able to
three
pick up the
picks.
Zushin.
Oh, true. The Zushin is not banned.
Yeah.
They prefer to ban Freya, who's not more like the first week. First week in North, we have a
Drew.
lot
Oh
of
my
Freya,
days.
but
Oh wow.
then
for real.
just
I think
ban
Entity 7
one
just
more.
outdrafted them already, bro. Like, look at that. You got the
Yes, I
Phobias,
know.
Jushin, and
Every
Grok
game, 100%
against the
banned this
Harith
year.
Suyo.
Yes, okay. It's a valid one. So we have the Harley band, or we can say about Thanatos. He's a good player. He's one of the newest players we have in the MPL
It's looking
series.
kind of rough for
He's,
Octa right now. I won't
He
lie.
was in the
Draft is not drafting for them.
amateur leagues, and he came from the game is after the MPL, the starters qualifier. Okay, the
MDL?
qualifier ones. Also the
Or the
MDL
wild
too.
card are
He's
you
plays.
talking about?
Not the wild card right now. Now it's the MDL, and also in the. I almost say that. Okay, you understand. So he is a good, about tier C, tier B, and sometimes tier D about the championships he do, and then he got strongest. He was the strongest new player when he came in the MPL Latin Season 2, and he do a lot of things because of the history of the hero. Sometimes we see about these movies we see the hero and he have the growing up, he fights with the villain, he loses and fights again, and he best of we have this story about his team because it's the first time Corinthians have in the Season 2 Brazil, and Thanatos was there with the Saber and with the other players. So he make the history because no one cares about this team, no one cares about these players because they are not famous as the Sagan in the moment. Vagin,
Yeah, this giveaway bot does actually really work well, and it does track whether you're here or not.
They came to playoffs, and we
the only thing is like there's no will or
anything.
anything.
The team
so, like,
who came from
choose
the
to get
nothing
winner.
and goes to the top 6, I guess, in the playoffs stage. So in that moment, and we have also the first Swiss stage in the MPL Latin Season 2, and it's a newest thing for everybody. They just fight a lot. They lost a lot, but they win in the certain moment to get to the playoffs. And the only thing, because the lower bracket don't have the second chance to playoffs, like the second life about. So then started to the upper side, and then they just fall, and it's over for the championship. Because if I get right, if we have the second life for this team about Thanatos and Saber, we see more about them. But it's okay. It's the format of the campeonato, of the championship. So knows the difference. So I talk a lot. Sorry. The Pix and Benz are
Oh,
already
okay,
here.
right here we got Joy and Shin. Whoa, okay.
Okay, okay.
Yushin Shin was probably one of 2 marksmen that were left after this ban phase. Carrie, Kenny taken off, Claude, Bruno. There were barely any marksmen. I think you still had the Granger out there. Claude was pretty interesting too because I feel like Claude would have really fed the Uranus here. A very interesting draft. I feel like with the Uranus and the Valier, we were really trying to make sure that Entity 7 did not go for the Fredrin pickup. I feel like this entire draft is around that. Oh, an Atlas pickup too as well. That's going to be very interesting. I don't know if this might be our first time seeing Atlas here in the South.
It is.
North, we don't see Atlas.
I know, this is very interesting. This is it's the first time we've seen it in any of the Swiss stage, right? Atlas is coming.
I just love how Octa Gaming makes this first composition. They have security range against all teams in the Entity 7 because Valier is the best option about just doing the poke things. V2, he's have the scale. Also, Sagan have the scale too, but Thanatos is the really snowball matchmaker about this. And Saber, we know we have a lot of problems with the Atlas about the high CDR he have, but he's also a playmaker who gives the change making in the side of the game. Obviously, Vagin also
Atlas,
but it's different because
I think we're all questioning it right now.
He can do this more times than
putting Shin on this juice, yeah, this game won't go into entity, bro. I'm not gonna even lie to y'all. Unless they fumble, this game won't go.
Ladies and gentlemen, game 1 of, I want to say, one of the most anticipated matches here in the MCT AMER South. It is Entity 7 taking on Octa Gaming. Both teams putting on their undefeated series records against each other as we start things off.
Let's go find who will be the first team to the Seed 1, boys. Is the B05 first game. Let's go.
Yeah, I was saying the early game of Octa Gaming, Segan's gonna have a little trouble with the Valier.
Boy,
he's also with Saber on that. As I say that, he's getting a lot of damage put onto him as well.
It's good. They kind of nerfed Jushin, so she can't pick you up like
what they do, how they're gonna be able to enforce this early game, especially
too frequently now. Like there's a cooldown.
Starting to enforce, like in enemy jungle already. Saber's very low, feet too. So I feel like Octa Gaming, we've got good scaling on this team. We've got the wombo combos once we get out of the laning phase, but do we have a path to get to that point in the game that doesn't result in Entity 7 walking all over us? I think we're going to find out.
Remembering Joy has
close to dying.
Brings
no, for sure.
To the game. She's fast.
I was only saying that because if you could, then that Valier would have died there
to protect
for sure.
The jungle camps, just for Thanatos being more calm, be more confident with this. But in the same side,
damn!
This will be this is right. Okay.
Yeah, he used that flicker to get away there. It does get a bunch of stacks there. I've seen him used before.
Did y'all not? That combination was just brutal. Any other character would have died right there. I'm not even gonna lie. Yo, if I got juggled like that in the early game, bro, I just quit. That was crazy, bro. Oh man, their synergy is fucking crazy.
And Saber is down.
That is insane.
Down for Octa Gaming to set the tone for that first turtle.
You said about this early game, and the Octa game doesn't hear it because they just do a fight against all the Entity 7 with all these powerful ultimates. And then we also know how about the 2v2 Vagin and Shin just do the pressure against the Sagan, and he just don't have a early beautiful moment for him. Let's calm down. Okay,
Bro,
first
when we get
zoning.
the chance, we're going back and we're watching that because
Okay.
that was like something. That was
Yeah,
really
and
something.
the damage still coming up on the Segan. Ooh, we have a Zaman Force already activated out there. Oh, and if we go down the bottom lane, there's a little bit of a fight happening at mid. You can see there the Lantern Flare spraying down onto Saber. Is it going to be enough? He does get taken away. Thanatos TZ looking for an escape.
No.
Oh, gets pulled back. Is that going to be enough? No. He is able to find himself a little bit of an escape. But already mounting to about a 1.4k gold lead for Entity 7. This early game, Segan having some trouble at the mid lane.
Oh man,
Gets pulled
Segan.
back again. Is it going to be enough for Vagwin to be able to find the damage? He does not, but he is going to have to go home and miss these minions.
I will not lie, if I was Sagan right now and just pinging my roaming like, where are you, man? Help me, I need some help, please. And this is the story of my life, because what we are seeing here is just like as I said.
And they picked an Atlas, bro. They got no kind of early rotation.
They have Yisunshin in the gold. Wow, that's right. Okay, okay. They have the
Rajin being a
who's
little
also
aggressive.
have this.
Hide on Bush finds
Right?
the wraparound and
Maybe
takes
behind
blue.
Hide on Bush just absolutely blew up Thanatos TZ underneath their own purple buff. And it is the joy right now. Hide on Bush is doing such a great job.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. At this rate, it's looking like a sweep. That's first and foremost. The combinations.
Oh,
I mean,
have a roaming.
Yeah, roaming actually comes in there. As
can't really grab her because he has Purify. Bro just put himself in danger. You're dead, brother. You're dead, brother. Bro, oh, but like, you're dead, brother.
Tried to ultimate him. He didn't even get him into the tower. And unfortunate for Octa Gaming, that's going to be another.
I don't know what they were thinking picking that Atlas, bro.
To set up this Lord. Lucy tries to go in, is going to have to use that flicker to get away.
Maybe they knew they lost draft at this point. It was just like, bro, just pick anything. That could very well be an answer.
That's the
I don't know.
tactics. Okay, that's
I mean,
oh my god,
you're dead.
Thanatos. My god, 0-3 in a row. Oh my god.
Oh, Doom.
Yeah,
in
Zombie
trouble.
Force has been laid out from V2 just to try to protect himself at this time. Look at the pressure that's being mounted. Saber in a little bit of trouble here, getting bounced up and down, has to use that flicker to get away on the back end. Segan trying the best he can to pour on some damage and stun for his team, but this is an all Entity 7 game right now. They are just going to lanes, dominating. V2 might be in trouble. The wall was not close enough to the side. Zaman Force has been laid out there too as well, trying to put the damage onto Vagwin.
V2 might be their saving grace, honestly.
Meanwhile, the rest of the team
He's doing good with these Zaman Force engagements.
Might have crossed into the wrong side here, but I mean, we're talking about Zushin here, who has just a huge offensive ability for their team right now.
I want to know what I'm thinking about this V2 fighting. Like, call an ambulance, but not for me. He just draw an ultimate and just dive in front of Doom, and Doom like.
I don't know, Thanos. Thanatos TZ getting Sky Piercer on 0-3 is looking grim, brother. You probably should have got something else. Like, Sky Piercer is not looking like it's it.
Doing the proxy, Lucy changing. We have a lane swap right now. Harif goes to the bottom side. Also, the tower doesn't exist anymore in the bottom side. And
it is 6-0 with a 4K gold lead. Second turtle is coming up. Third turtle is coming up. Sorry.
Oh, Saber, this is the problem.
Gets the set, but that's it. Like, you don't have anything. What are we doing?
He got under the tower there. Oh, Sequin is going to have to use that flicker to get out. From the back end, Lucy comes in, sprays down some damage, gets picked up again with the Lantern Flare. Akashi goes in underneath the tower, gets caught with the slow of the Zaman Force, and finally, Octa Gaming on the board.
Yeah, that 40% constant slow is a lot.
Of V2, who was able to lay down that Zaman Force. Seekin able to get the kill there as well. Saber looking for an angle to get in here, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to counteract this out. That's going to be another turtle for the side of Entity 7.
Oh, and remember, Akashi is the strongest player. Now he's in the XP lane, but part of his history, like more championships he was a marksman in the past. So he take this switch and recently. It's the newest about him too. Not like King. King is the first tournament, right? But I think this third to second tournament we see Akashi in the XP lane, and he's adapted well. But we're seeing the difference about this game. Okay, normal.
Yeah, and I'm wondering as we start scaling up there, I mean, we're looking for Doom to get some items. He'll be able to kind of enforce some of the mid to late game. Shin will start dishing out a lot more CC and damage. Akashi will start falling off. I feel like there is still hope for Octa Gaming, even though it does say 6-1. It's only about a 4K gold lead for the side of
And
Entity
climbing.
7. Damage is going to start coming up for the side. Thanatos TZ is going to start getting more damage. V2 will. Saber will finally have some more survivability so that he's not constantly getting caught when he tries to look for some of these fatal links. So Entity 7 needs to just be careful as we're moving into the 8.4 minute mark of this match. I think at about the 12-minute mark, we're going to start seeing things become a little bit more crazier as Octa Gaming will possibly start coming online. But so far, it has been all Entity 7.
Level 7, level 13. Yeah, it's looking grim.
The Lord is coming, 20 seconds, and they.
I mean, that's the Rome, though.
Against them.
It's level 11, level 13. It's not that big of a...
Like, you know, you're so late. We have 4.4. 4.4.
Because even their Grok is only level 9.
Entity 7 will have in the front of you, and I think we'll not have in the fight, okay?
What you would say is level 11, level 14.
Yeah.
That's a gap.
Yeah,
That's
right
a huge gap now.
There's still no answer for Shen, who's
Climbing.
doing such a great job kind of
Probably about to take that blue, too. Create that distance. Speaking of which, on the V2,
like I
said, V2 might be their saving grace, bro.
To hide on the bush. That's going to upset this first Lord, but they're not in the position to go ahead and contest it.
Look at how much the gold lead just dropped. Oh, they said, nah, y'all not getting away with that.
To the back end, Mike V2, Akashi trying to chase him down. Not going to be able to find it. Segan goes
that Zaman Force
for
comes out, they
Octa
might be
Gaming
screwed.
well.
But until it comes out, they're chilling. V2's just watching his team get slaughtered, bro. The Zaman Force!
Able to clap back, finds a kill of his own. It is 3-1 right now. Lucy gets
V2. V2. That might be their saving grace.
Allowing Entity 7 to cleanly pick up this first Lord.
My god, Vagin's just zoots the unstoppable ultimates like choo-choo, all aboard, and everything goes.
This Harith is... what do you mean?
Cool.
What do you mean?
So cool, that's my boy. And they got the Lord. They got 3 turtles, 1 Lord. They are 3.5 in the gold. They have a 4 in the past, but this fight with 3 players down make the Octa grows a little. But now with the Lord, I hope the towers, the T2 makes
I don't know, just saying. Yeah. Stop saying stuff.
Yeah, V2's starting to come online too. Ooh, you even see he got a holy crystal as well, so he's going to be able to be dishing out.
Yeah, that bottom side is going to fall. They might get an inhibitor. Nah, it's looking unlikely.
On a bunch of that damage. Wall comes down.
They need to lock down V2, but V2's like actually positioned himself pretty well to not get picked. Doom was being a little aggressive there though, diving in like that by himself. Thought he was gonna have the damage, but no. That Zaman Force field is actually defending pretty well.
Oh, big tech touch lands on the 2 members.
Like how Saber ulted in court.
To capitalize. That's going to give them the mid tower as well. V2 with the Zaman Force laying down some damage, dashing around, has full cooldowns that he needs. But Entity 7 now turn their attention to the Octa Gaming jungle. Oh, they do find themselves a little
bit. Oh, my days.
Taking down a wall, trapped them against the wrong side of Entity 7. They able
Doom!
to kill 2
Doom, what are you doing? Yo, somebody need to get this guy. Doom, you're 0-2. What is going on, Doom?
Now I'm remembering something, just a RNG moment. V2
brother needs to chill. That's the second time he dived in like that. He's gonna cost you. He's going to sell. He's going to sell. Like, even though they're so behind, Harith has a lead of 1,400 on Yi Sun Shin. Like, calm down, brother.
Just something. Nice fight. They do a lot of things, and the 7 just with the Lord. They don't get the second tower in the mid lane, but they also have some players, enemy players against. The problem is V2 is just going to this 4-0, going to the third item so well, and scales a lot of difference between Doom. Doom is the second time I see he just jumps to the front line and get just that. So I might thinking he just need to breathe a lot and left the team work because they are doing that nice fight. Akashi is a
Right, he
good
just needs to
frontliner
stay back
in
and
the
do his
moment. He's
damage.
not,
I don't know why he keeps jumping in.
going down with the timing machine because we know like the 20 minutes he's not working anymore at 0000 maybe.
Yeah, you see that Saber's going to try to go in.
Vagine in a bit of trouble. Gets set. Fortunately, it's still half HP. Tech charges and flickers out.
Trying to rain on the damage. Doom is able to hold him off. Akashi slamming down with the demonic force onto 3 members while Shin provides that backup suppressive fire in the form of the lantern flare.
Doom, I mean not Doom. Vagine almost died to that minion, bro. One shot.
Holy Crystal. I feel like there is a point here. Octa Gaming, they don't have to be so desperate for a lot of these engagements. Let it come. Lucy in a little bit of trouble here is going to take out. You can see on the back
Then
end.
takes a good amount of damage. Vagine in the middle of it all again. Tech charge is not ready. Vagine's going to go down. Hide on Bush gets in. Finds a kill. V2's popping off. V2 shut down. All right. Doom a little low, but Akashi's still doing some good damage. He's still in here for now. But it's just Akashi. It's just Akashi, but he's gonna go down. Oh man, Octa is gonna bounce back.
That's so
It was
good.
looking so good for
Without
Entity,
team
and
fights,
just all of a
use
sudden,
the Lord as a consequence
all of a
about
sudden,
all
I
the
feel
tanks
like
they
it's
have.
really just coming down to
Vagine,
Doom not
unfortunately,
putting
dies
out
first
that
because
damage
he
that they
don't have
need.
his ultimate, so was in
Doom is
down
just not
protection
hitting
ability.
the way they need him to.
Sad. Also, we have the Doom. One more time.
Mind y'all, Harif is
things.
almost
He can
full
get one
build,
kill, but
and Doom
was
is
Lucy
2
who
items
brings his
short.
down after this, and it's about this is the team fighting we have in the Entity 7 with this composition who have the best early, the moment to shine. Now is Octa to scale, and also we say V2 is strongest player.
Oh, big tech charge on Harif.
Yeah, he just needs his team to be able to kind of give him time. Fatal Links comes out there again as
Trying to lock down on V2, but is unable to. Wait, he just manages, he lives, but he's taken out right after.
Solo's in onto him, able to create that, able to close the distance, find V2. That's
Hide on Bush user, electrifying beats doesn't find anything, has to get out. It's gonna be a 1-for-1
right now. 47k to 48 as both teams gonna have to reset on the map.
And remembering,
oh man,
V2 with the Harriet is also a good matchmaking with Akashi. This Povels is strong against all the things who dashes in his front, so he gets more timings in the skills, he get more CDR in the passive, so it's good a lot for him. Oh my god, Sagan.
Yeah, Sagan is down.
Right, they find the kill. Lucy's also gonna go down. V2 just arrived. Dominant Force comes out.
Lucy able to find an escape, looking for it. That is the tankiness and the regen ability you get from a Uranus pickup. Saber on the back end with Thanatos Teasy trying to lay down the
Saber's in
damage.
trouble. Saber's gonna go down here. Electrifying Beast comes out, catches V2. V2 is taken down. There's about 60 seconds left before the next Lord comes in. Minion waves are pushing in the favor of Octa.
Bush used 2 times.
Hide on Bush is going to be able to go back and clear those out, though. Take down a tier 2 in mid lane. Octa is left down to only inhibitors. It's looking like they're going to take this mid. They're going to back off for now.
Lucy was alone at that mid tower, just putting on damage to try to clear out those minions. Lucy, what Lucy
Just standing
at right
there.
now? 1-1-6. You would think with the way that Lucy plays, you'd assume this Uranus is like 1-5-6. But Lucy has been doing such a great job, understands the character, understands, and is keeping up those stacks so that they have maximum healing ability as well. And you saw an example of it right there, just being able to protect the high ground tower, goes in, clears out the minions, and then just walks away from Entity 7. Little engagement trying to happen at top. You can see Sandra
Shen in a bit of trouble.
Fatal links on the Shen, not able to find it just yet as Shen uses that ultimate to get away. The rest of Octa
They should definitely be looking to engage here. Zaman forces out. They're on the chase. B2's damage is cut down. They are in trouble. Big tech charge.
Bagwin dashes in deep, finding the kill.
Sagan's gonna go down. Both teams still fighting it out. 2 down and Entity, 1 down for Octa Gaming. Fight's still going on. Shen's in trouble. Not gonna make it out.
And finds the kill onto Shen. 3 down for Entity 7. Octa Gaming looking to possibly close this game out.
B2 is free.
They can definitely close out here as there's only Akashi and Vag routine, and they do not have the clear to push these minions out. They're gonna be forced back. Akashi's gonna go down. He's still about 5 seconds on the timer. He is trying, gets the tech charge out. Immortality pop.
Oh, they almost had another team wipe there. Doom comes up, hide on bush, comes up as well.
Just manages to clear out those minion waves.
Find this engagement, going to turn their attention to this next lord.
That was an excellent defense by Vajin. Like any other player would have probably let that drop there, but being able to kite those minions to buy as much time as possible, even with the immortality, lets them stay in this game just a bit longer.
Just for the crowd control, but as I say, V2 just doing this momentum just for fighting and just for winning this fight. And also Sagan, good positioning, and we have the difference between the goals for 1K 400, 1K 400.
Spirit Kun, as he will probably have to leave at some
also
point.
have the defense item.
Are they losing with the better draft?
Just for have more shield.
Outplay.
That's good.
Yeah, and I just saw it, when it comes to survivability in this Octa Gaming, I think I saw 3 immortalities on their side there. I don't think like I had 1.
It's just I feel like it's just Doom, not their marksman. Just wasn't the marksman pick.
Right now, Octa Gaming gonna go ahead and charge in, locking onto Akashi.
Big tech charge. Unfortunately, no. Doom is not putting any damage out. What is Doom doing here? Like, no damage is being put out.
A huge amount of damage coming out. Shen and Bakewin are down as Octa Gaming looking to close out.
That might be it. That's GG, bro. I can't even lie to y'all. This is all Doom, bro. This is all Doom.
Onto Doom, but Octa Gaming with game 1 under their belts.
Hold on. This is all that was all Doom, bro. I'm pretty sure. Hold on. We gotta.
So I think they're looking to try to get that immortality proc as well. But
he's ulting and he's not hitting anything. Like,
when it comes to this fight right now,
no damage done. And then when that big tech charge does come out, he's just not there. He's not there. Bro's not doing any damage. Like, what do you like? You're the marksman, but you're not fight like. That's GG. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know. I have to talk to Doom because.
What amazing plays.
I love it how the team scales, just let the Harif know his ways. Unfortunately, we have something to say about the wrong way because we see the Octa Gaming during this beginning of the game just trolling because you do not say this early game composition who we saw.
He just stood there is what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what brother was doing there. It's like
they just lost. Doing the Akashi about to be 5-1-5 in the KDA, and That's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. But
I'm
they also
just
have the
thoroughly
trust to bring back
confused.
the,
But I don't
the valuable
like that
things in
match
this
was
composition,
just Doom.
and
Like they
left
had the
edge
better
V2
draft,
is also
but I don't
tired,
know.
okay.
Doom's
Is,
just
I forget about
I don't
this.
know,
What's
bro.
the name? The name?
I don't know.
Carrying.
What do you,
His back
Because
hurts.
oh, also V2 is having a back right now. Okay, and that's good. I like to see what I see, and let's go because I want to see more. And
I wish they just showed the damage, bro. I would love to see Doom's damage right now.
Man, it was E7's early game to kind of lose there. I questioned it as soon as we started kind of like transitioning. You're gonna have
Bro wasn't even full
Akashi's gonna
build.
start falling off. He actually, I feel like Phobius
How is
a really
Akashi full
hard
build
pull
and Doom is
that
not
way.
full
He just,
build?
like,
You're the
boom, all of a
marksman.
sudden, he's not doing as much damage, and you transition from this thing that everybody's afraid of to nobody's afraid of you now, and they're able to kind of get the jump onto you. And when you're at that point, you didn't really have too much protection for Shen on that. You had the dashing abilities coming in from V2. Saber was doing a great job
I
of
don't
being
know,
able
man.
to come in, find some of those fatal links, and I feel like we
I don't know,
really,
man.
really overwhelmed a lot
Oh,
of
they
the
actually fixed the
abilities
team fight participations
of
now. Finally.
Entity 7 to be able to get away. You're dodging fatal links, you're dodging pushes from the Valir, you're dodging Thanatos TZ trying to come in on you.
Look
There
at
was
this
so much
combination,
you
bro,
could watch out
like-
for that it made it very well into
Did
that
y'all
mid
see the combination? I'm glad they had it in the replay.
pushes from the Valir.
Just look,
You're dodging,
1,
Thanatos TZ
2,
trying to come in on
3,
you. There was so
4.
much for you to
Like, bro
watch
just
out
got
for,
dragged
but,
and
it
like
made
he
it
was just
very
being
well
tossed,
into
bro.
that mid game. I feel like maybe Octagaming could have slowed down a little bit in the beginning. We were critiquing that a bit. You know that you
Crazy,
don't have this
bro.
early game. So
They should
why
not have
Those
lost
who
this.
had a
They
difficult
should
life
not
in
have
the
lost that
jungle
match,
also
bro.
have and invasions all the time. Also having Saber defending the jungle for him, but this makes the other part about Sagan having other type of pressures, and he's like 0-4 in the game, and now we can see like
Yeah,
this
V2 with the MVP win.
10-for-1.
I'm not surprised.
This is
Yes, and here
huge.
we go. When the
Not
pressure was
surprised
on, this
at
player
all.
delivered, and deliver he did. V2 on Harith. 6'3", 11 KDA, 107.2 total damage, and 723 gold per minute. He did an amazing job bringing that back for his team. They started to be able to get control of the map. They got those 2 lords at the end, and just did a wonderful job.
If only their marksman did stuff like that. That's
Yeah,
I
you
have
can
the
tell as
sure.
it started
respectfully.
moving
Like,
to that mid game.
Not
when he
just
started
that,
locking
but
in,
like
right,
just
it started
all
getting
game,
good.
bro.
He got. I feel like it was a really
Like,
early holy crystal that
just
he got.
ults
And when
not
you're at that point on
hitting.
the Harith, especially so
I don't
early,
like
he was
see
just
any
dishing
basic
out
attacks.
damage.
Bro's
All
just not in the
Octagaming needed
fight
to do
like
was
at
give him
all. Like,
time,
where's the
and he
poke?
was
Where's
able
the
to kinda carry.
damage?
And we see the first fight with Luz or V2 in the
Like,
case.
look, they're fighting and
making
he's
a
just
2-0
there. Like, I'm
turn
not
into
understanding
his
what
fight,
like.
just because he's an aggressive player, and Doom also can get this information, and 2 or 3 times we've seen he's just dying.
And then
because he's
otherwise
trying
he's
to
just
be
like
confident.
jumping
And
in like
V2
this
just
and not
nailed
doing
it. So
anything.
he's a true player of this heritage.
True MVP.
Yeah,
I don't know.
mean, I feel like when you talk about being able to wait on your marksman, wait on the gold lane. Don't take these fights until the gold lane has the opportunity that they need. And
Hurts
they did
to
just
watch.
that.
No,
They were able
really,
to kind
like-
of elongate this game long enough.
I don't
for
know.
V2 to
I don't
turn
know what
around
Rose
until
is
you were at the
doing, bro.
last point and had themselves a very dominating victory.
Yes, they really did a wonderful job. Just the fact that they didn't hesitate at the end.
She's
they,
being bullied by the sun, and it's
were able to
moving
turn
more and
things
more as
around
the
after
day goes on.
having to deal
What
with
time is it
NCT7's
over there?
dominance
It's
in the beginning of the game. Shows how
it's
well that they
5.
believe in their team.
The sun is bullying
I've
her.
seen a payback doing this Octa Gaming is good, so good, and I'm afraid to see the next game when Octa Gaming just win the early.
6 p.m.
You think
I
that they're going
almost
to win
feel-
the early?
Oh, damn, we're at 58.
Maybe.
It depends on the draft, right?
Yeah.
Damn, sunset. But
For me,
it's gonna
it's
keep
interesting
moving. You might as well
because
just deal with
as
it,
a
or just go
first
cover it
draft,
up.
we
It's okay,
drafted,
Vito. No one's
we
no
drafted
one's
Atlas and
No one's
Valier,
judging you because of the
these
sun.
aren't exactly priority meta heroes, and they got the victory, which means not only did they get the win, but they also have
He's so
two
concerned
positions where
about
they
it,
have
though,
meta
is the
picks
problem.
very much available for them. So being able, and I feel like that's a great point that comes with using this type of drafting style, the global bans, is your ability to be victorious with outside the meta picks. Like that, the Valier, the Atlas,
You know,
out there as well.
the line is
really
usually
helps
the moon
to
haunts. It
solidify
depends on the
yourself
draft. I
and
mean,
give
it
you that
depends on the
breathing room
players.
you need with this draft.
No, their draft was solid. YSS should have been popping off. I don't know.
Entity 7, they had
If you felt like range was an issue, like I just seen no basic attacks coming out. You're a marksman, bro. Like you're supposed to be basic attack. You're not a skill, just a skill marksman. You're supposed to shoot basic attack. If you felt like you didn't have the range, you should have got Malefic Gun. Like I don't know what you were doing at that point, brother. But like that's like 2 to 3 fights where you're just standing there while your team is just brawling it out and V2's just shredding people down.
Have the meta in the next
Like,
episode, so okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
Just being able to leave everything open like that. That would be in their favor for the next matches, especially with a best of 5, right?
Yeah.
They need to make sure that they secure it later on.
Sometimes it almost gets a little greedy. Well, I love watching all of these matches. Sometimes I just want to, when it comes to global bans, sometimes I just want to I just want to cut, like, can I just transport to game 5? Because I want to see what picks we have. Sometimes it's really exciting to see what some of those picks are going to be for some of these guys to kind of come up with. Maybe something that you guys are favoring with.
Not
or
the sun bullying her even more.
You
She's
don't think is too meta. and a lot of the meta is shaped around how dangerous certain heroes are because they're always picked.
trying to find like
and
the
that
sweet
means
spot.
that, okay, there's certain things that just
The
aren't
sweet
picked
spot
because
where
there's
it's
always
like
that
just
counter
not
here.
there.
Here now we might be able to see some of those pickups and where they're at. Marcel, still a priority ban for both of them, like I said. Entity 7 is one of those teams who has already shown, you give us the Marcel, we're gonna be able to use it, and we're gonna be able to use it successfully.
They're taking Sora off the board this time around as well. In the first match, it wasn't priority to take him out. This time, they want to make sure that he's not a factor in the matches, as he has really great CC and initiation. So.
Love it. Then we have the Entity 7, who was Akashi just used the Polvius, and now he's getting banned. I don't know if Polvius is really a thing here. Remembering sometimes in the past championships, Lucy is also a good player with the Dragon, the Yisunshin player, and other heroes like Lapu Lapu. So he can have these 2 other options inside the or about Polvius.
Well, the plan might not be.
Anyways, I got
Lucy as much as maybe open
later.
up the Valentina pickup for your side, so that you don't have that threat of a Phobius to kind of get back there and really be able to close the distance on you. Yeah, especially because like Phobius isn't, like you said, Phobius isn't really a meta pickup. It just kind of it depends on where you're looking to counter, where you're looking to kind of get your strength for your side. Entity 7 on the blue side again will have the first pickup. I'm wondering if it will be that. No, it's going to be the Harley pickup. So yeah.
Harley it is.
Was banned in the second. Also, the Entity 7 who's banned Harley is the second ban of them. I remembering now. And now in the second game, first pick Harley. Okay, they have the Suyu. No, they don't have Suyu, but they have the Leomard if they want it. Just to respond.
Well, yeah, they're taking the Harley and make sure they really want to get in and out quickly to probably get those squishies as quickly and as fast as possible and give themselves the upper hand. They were taking out Guinevere here. And, oh, they picked up the Zushin.
I'm not gonna lie, every single time I see that a team has left open Zushin, I kind of roll my eyes because I don't think I've seen a really successful counter to the Zushin pickup. I feel like every single time it's picked up, it's pretty dominant, and I feel like it's the energy spent to counter a Zushin rather than just, I don't know, giving up a Guinevere or a Boxy, I feel like it's really huge there for both of them. Right now, we do have the real world manipulation out there. They scoop up the Eve, especially because Hylos is on the other team. You definitely don't want to give up that tag.
I don't know. I think they just maybe Doom just wasn't comfortable in the YSS, bro. I don't know. But
and looking for that last pickup for Octa Gaming.
Didn't they pick up the Zushin?
maybe it's Alpha 7 where they just wanted to try
side and they
something
went
new
against
because
the
they had the
Uranus?
best
I feel
of
like
5.
Uranus is like a big boulder they
We'll
can't
see.
really deal
They were
with,
definitely
right?
being dominant. I don't know what
For
Doom
Zushin,
was
he's
just
picking
not
it up and
on
dropping
his
it back
game.
down because he's like
We shall see. Maybe he's gonna be more
regenerating too
comfortable in
fast
this
or
vlog.
he's not dying. So I think that would be that counter for the Zushin, but usually other things can't really go against that. I've only seen that twice where it happened, where Uranus was chosen and went against Zushin, and they always did win, the team that had the Uranus.
Oh my.
You should.
Just throwing some words to the wind, I miss Zask a lot.
I think I'm only gonna be able to watch like 2 more
I
games.
truly miss Zask because I remember
know
when
how long
he
they take.
had some few changes, not for more that basic
2 to 3.
attacks and just
2.5,
for
2 or
this
3.
television.
I would hate
I
to
don't know
leave
how
in the
you
middle of the
guys
match. So if anything, what I'll do is like I'll
first
probably
skill
leave it on, turn
really
off my
Brazil
camera and
probably
everything,
this
but like
television
I'll
did
start
two
working on everything in the
boxes
background.
of TV.
Just
So
leave the match
I'm missing
on.
a lot of this. Also, Aurora, he was a good player, yeah, he's a good hero, and we're not seeing this anymore. And we're not seeing Zushin here, and we have to a lot of controls we have in Mage's control to just stop her, and no, they don't like it. They don't care.
A lot of the mages like that. I think I was talking about this. I don't know if I was talking to
you
Xena
did.
or if
You were talking about how
Aurora was
is
one
like
of
a
those
sitting duck.
picks. Yeah, a lot of the mages that are heavily picked up here, they have something that in their pockets for when they get engaged upon. It's only a matter of time until the mage is caught. Zushin uses her ultimate; she can be able to get away. Eve, with her ultimate, gets a whole bunch of shielding that she can use. What am I talking? Zeshion has that passive that if you get too close to her, it's basically like a flame shot that creates distance with you. So there's so many mages. Lilia, black shoes to be able to get away. So many of these mages have escapings that to the point where it's almost a known fact. They're gonna get caught. Do you have a tool to be able to disengage from the team? And unfortunately for some of them, like Aurora, Vexana, a lot of those who used to be great right now in the current meta, it's just like you're a sitting duck if you're a mage. They're gonna be able to close the distance. If you don't have anything left, it's gonna be a problem for you and your team.
They look like they have massive CC on the side of Octa Gaming here with Rizla, Hylos with his slow, Zushin. And I think that's gonna be really helpful for Bruno in the late game, and the fact that he can dish out that damage, like kicking big boulders at people, like you were saying before. Oh,
that's new. That's new. That's new.
Illusion.
Okay, Thanatos as I say to you guys, Thanatos is a new player and he had a lot of championships, so he do this, but it's not common in Brazil. These things happens. It's not a popular hero in Brazil, Gusion, okay, or Latam. We don't see this with that normal thing. And also in jungle, because outside we see sometimes Gusion in the mid lane with the Petrify sometimes, but okay, it's different. I like it. Let's go.
I don't think he's been a popular pick since before these Naruto skins came out. And now suddenly everybody's wanting to use him. But man, as we go ahead, lock in both of these compositions, gonna be very interesting. We especially dipping outside the box here, got the little Gusion pick up there as well. Tarizla been making a comeback. We talked about some of the changes. Got that no more.
It's not like Gusion's a horrible pick. It's not bad.
No more mana for him, so he can
Could also lock down on Harley low key. Like,
cooldown.
believe it or not, I don't think Harley can get away from him.
Take us into game 2.
My boys, let's get into the Rumble.
We'll see, though. We will see.
And we need to see who will win to seed 1. First match
Early retry.
was for Octa. All Entity 7 needs to
Valid
this roll
early retry.
or see the Octa Gaming close close to
Even
the
with the
this
early
match.
retro, though,
Who will win?
clear in time.
Let's find it out.
Yeah, a very interesting draft here.
Damn.
From Octa Gaming. Oh, Shin able to find. What are we at the 46-second mark? Immediately, Shin able to find a kill onto Saber. I was gonna say I'm a little iffy about some of these picks coming from Octa Gaming, but this is basically shades of the second. Oh, hide on bush right there. Thanatos TZ in trouble, taking a lot of damage. Shin.
Vagine, no, but he's gonna get that kill.
Vagwin gets taken out and answered in reply by
That's
Shin.
3 kills for Shin. Stop stealing the man kill.
About the draft
3 assists for hide on bush, 3 kills for
about
Shin.
some of the picks that they
Oh
got.
my days.
Shin again
Oh my God,
finds a
4-0.
kill. They are coming in spades right now. They know they have the early game. They are not going to waste it like they did in the last.
It's funny to see how the first time we see Saber doing a 2v2 with Sagan side to side him, it's the strongest 2v2, and he dies. Last game, he just do the protecting jungle all the time and left Sagan alone, and he's
Oh no,
he's
you're
fine.
dead, brother.
But the first 2v2, this happens. Oh my God.
Yeah, immediately blown up by hide on bush and that deadly magic. I was wondering where the heck his health went. He thought he was very, very tanky. Got caught by a taunt by Vegwin on that Gatakacha, and that's going to be a free turtle for Entity 7. I feel like
I
they
mean
learned.
something.
Last
I've never
I
heard
feel like they were a little bit passive in the
I've never
early
heard
game,
it,
allowed
but it might
Octa
mean
Gaming
something.
to get to that mid and late game. Here, they're like, bro, we are going to take pedal to the metal here. We're going to zoom
E2, they're about to get revenge on you from last game.
Or we're going to take so much advantage of this early caught between 4 members. Saber in trouble on the back
gonna
end. We
live,
do a
though.
blazing duet that does land onto Thanatos, teasing a little bit of
Oi,
trouble. Lucy
check the
tries
bush,
to come
check the
in,
bush.
but
Hide on
able
bush,
to
check the
score
bush.
kill,
Oh,
hide
no.
on bush. Doom finds a kill of his own as well.
Vagine's
in
dead.
trouble. Segan is able to
Oh, we're
find
just
the kill
brawling
there
it
as
out
well.
now.
That actuates
Lot
the
of
ultimate
action.
to be able to get away. 7-2 right now for Entity 7.
Now Sagan have 2 more.
But there's only
kills,
Vagine that they're
but
getting, so it
also
doesn't even
Shin
matter.
have 2 more
Not getting nothing
assistants,
out of
and
that.
I don't know if this is right. This is
Look at Akashi,
about
level
the
6.
Octa Gaming.
Akashi is just
One more
destroying
time,
Lucy
just
on
doing
that
the
top lane to be
all-in
level
some
6.
hero and just going wrong because Hanobush just have this skills just to dash and not dash, blink. Right click, blink. Dash is more like the Thanatos doing, and it's not cool. They need to farm, they need to get more gold, and then do a pick off. Because a fight against a team who already made a 5-0
He might be dead.
in the
Oh, no, he
score
gets
is
out.
not a positive.
Hide on bush was looking for that kill on
You could see that
on Thanatos,
already
but
that Entity 7 is
wasn't able to get it. Ults
that
away.
purple buff to Thanatos
Off camera,
TZ,
by the way.
trying to take down some of those cooldowns for some of those combos he likes to do. Lucy goes down off screen at the bottom. Octa Gaming having some trouble here. I feel like, last game, I feel like their confidence grew when it came to trying to draft some off-meta pickups here. Maybe we strayed a little bit too far from the meta. Saber gonna have to use that that ultimate, the glorious pathway, and try to get out of harm's way. Now down to 10%, is gonna have to look for a quick way home. This is gonna be a free turtle for Entity 7.
Or maybe they won that first match and then had to hit him with that. Nah,
nothing.
fuck that.
Octa
On
Gaming
everything you
just
got me.
Watching the game and Harley just doing
Oh, man.
snowball. That's normal because we've seen it just like Suyu, Harley, and almost assassins in the general do this kind of
Thanatos in trouble.
Just do a person.
Oh, blazing duet comes out. See, now we see Doom doing a little bit of work.
Saber next in line. Hide on bush finding the kill there. Akashi finds a kill on the Thanatos TZ at the bottom. Now, suddenly the smoke clears. There's only 2 members of Octa Gaming left at an 11-2 game at the 5-minute mark. Lucy looking for an escape. Shin was chasing him down. That's going to be a free tower up at top, a free tower down at bottom. And man, Entity 7,
Yeah, I think first game they're just trying something new with that YSS gold, and Doom just was not comfortable with it. But
Nope.
I mean,
No.
they're-
Entity 7 came in with some fuego.
I have my thinkings about this game. It's not positive for Octa Gaming.
As long as they don't
Remember,
sell.
The first game, they just like.
No, I don't think
suffering
they
a lot
will
in this
though.
Early game,
Because everybody
and
was
then
playing
they
good
just
last
had
match.
the
It was just
payback.
Doom
But
not putting out the
now,
damage they
seeing
needed.
this
But
Octa
I think
Gaming
it's just
have
more comfortable in the
11
squad.
to 2.
Oh, big
I
AOG.
don't know. Oh
3
my
members.
God.
Two
Yeah,
members.
big amount of damage onto the backside there. Lucy and Sequin took it, and Thanatos TZ in a little bit of trouble here. He might be able to find it. Comes in with the Gushin. Full combo lands on them, but he was not able to take them down. Entity 7 is so far ahead, and this is kind of the problem when it comes to a Gushin pickup. Now that even when you land your full combo on members and they're still able to kind of brush it off and walk away, it's kind of the value. 7K gold lead, 11 and 2 right now, and I believe they've taken out all the tier 1 towers for Octa Gaming.
Just 3 towers. It's so good for 6 minutes in game. Just to have a nice score. You have 3 towers, 2 turtles. Now 3, I guess. I don't think the Octa Gaming will fight against it. Maybe? No. Okay. No. So 3 turtles is the best early game you ever had.
Yeah, it's
7.8.
It gives you a good amount of wiggle room, especially that mid tower, which kind of opens up the map. That means that your Octa Gaming doesn't have as far back that they can, or has a huge amount of
big
distance
AOG
that they need to cover to be able to get away. Vagwin comes in there with the Avatar of the Guardian. We do have the real world manipulation laid down while Shen, with great positioning, was inside that bush, so you can't even see where Shen is when he lays down that ultimate. 11 and 2 right now. Entity 7 just having an absolutely good game. You can see there Doom on the bottom side, able to clear out that tower, and that was immediately he's going to go ahead and start clearing out this jungle and looking to maybe get to the opposite side of the map to duplicate and get that tier 2 tower at the top.
Now we have the tower, the second tower in the bottom lane. Just drop it down. They try to start? Really?
Yeah, and they start the fight here. Saber and Segan, they are going to get back to their tower. I like that. I like that they were so close to the tower that was their immediate thing, which kind of like mentions to me, why even start that fight? You weren't going to be able to. What was the best?
Blazing Duet comes out. Thanatos is gonna go down.
To use that dash to get away, but immediately Doom right there to catch him with the Blazing Duet, and that's going to be another Thanatos TZ death. 0 and 4 for Thanatos TZ right now.
You're being readed. Just for this split, he tries to push some lane, and then he just found Entity 7 entirely just for beat him. And again, about Lucy in the dive. Oh my god, what's happening in this game?
Yeah, Saber took a big stun coming out from Akashi and a Lapu, and then the full brunt of the bravest fighter stance there as well. So a lot of damage coming out. Entity 7 not making the mistake of the first game. They're got this game very close to the
13 to 2, 11.2k gold lead. There's no way Entity 7 drops this match.
Where I was like, okay, this is all right. Entity 7 has 4 kills, but they don't have a tower, so they're not able to transition it to that. And then like 2 minutes later, there's 3 towers left for Octa Gaming. I'm just like, well. They're doing what they should do. They have
There's no way to drop.
They need. They're checking all the boxes to be successful here. A lot of things that we saw from the last game that were maybe a little questionable, I feel like they cleaned up. Maybe just had some cobwebs they needed to shake out from them, because this is like almost a completely different team from the first game.
Remembering the 8 minutes lord, the first lord is just for broke some second towers in the game. And now he just don't have any second tower. He's just going directly to a T3, and what we see is don't have the explosion. The 3T in the top side don't have the explosion to just hold this lord, and he's coming.
Yeah,
that third's going down.
Has gotten the holy crystal as well.
We're gonna crack base open.
Yet, but that already
Lord
means
is gonna be pushing into base.
like
Gonna go down, but
third, maybe
Unfortunately, these waves were not pushed, so I don't think we're going to get anything more out of it. They do have to defend top side. The waves are coming in. We might be able to get... Ooh, gosh. We might get one of these lanes. Big AOG.
To safety at the bottom lane. Saber fighting it out with Doom.
Oh, man. Okay. Doom is doing Doom things now. That might be GG. They're closing out here. Yeah, that's GG.
11-minute mark here. In trouble is
not even, bro. They're just killing them for the love of the game now.
Onto the core. 11-38 and Entity 7 able to tie up the series.
Yeah, I think Doom was not comfortable on that YSS.
I was talking about a fast game before, but this one was even quicker. Entity 7 was not letting go of Octa Gaming's win the first round, and they made sure to show them who was boss this time around. With starting off strong and making sure that they kept consistent and staying strong the entire time to take that win for themselves.
I don't know why this just happened, because we've seen like a 9 minutes don't have the tower 3 in your base, and this is not normal. The first lord to just do this, so it's a nice work we've seen here.
Land on a gas pedal.
And
yeah,
back. They're so
I mean, we've seen Alpha 7 North do it too. They just tried something new on their first game, and then they came back with the 3.
Something a lot of pressure.
With a sweep.
They just fight back. They just turn around the goals and then wins the game. And here we don't see Octa.
I kind of want us to hurry up and get into the next draft. I don't want them to take too long.
All the fury, all the things
I want to at least get like another game or 2 in before
lost.
I have to leave. 37-20.
Making this BO5 turn into a BO3.
Saber, stream to MCT so I can send them over to you.
Down, like in the beginning, so that totally, like you were saying before about how those assassins are having a harder time.
I get ready for University Legends.
If they're shut down in early, then they have a harder time to kind of regain that momentum, right?
Because they apparently starting their match at 8:30 today, and I thought it was at 9.
There are times that you have to do a double take. It almost feels like, I mean, at 0-5, you should probably have negative stacks on Skypiercer. That's how bad you're doing in the game. And
I need to defend him. I need to defend my boy.
Okay.
Remembering past game, he was 0-4 and turns to a 10-4. Okay.
Well, he turned that, but he was a tankier hero this time around.
Oh no, we will not remember this here. Okay, left to him.
You don't want to remember this one, okay?
Oh man, we won't talk about this. This is just something we don't talk about.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and put this up on the shelf for. This was kind of a practice game for them.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know
why.
I feel like we got a little confident with our drafting ability to try to pick some of these off picks here. We got Lucy on the Tarizla, and then you have the Gujin kind of come in. Like I said, assassins just aren't in a great place right now.
Yeah, I swear Shin always gets MVP.
He's already been one of those ones that I feel like you have to watch out for on Entity 7.
Yeah, 4 kills early game really
always been performing here.
Changed a lot.
And 8. Yeah, with
you always comment on
the luscious hair that he has.
Remembering he have this 5 kills in less than 2 minutes in the game, because we have 1 minute game, then the countdown starts, he just picked up 3 kills, 4 in the night, and then he just, look at him, he just going straight to the gold lane and pick up more and more kills, just doing the flash and 4 skills, and that's it. 5-0 in the beginning of the game.
Man,
the game is over.
Positioning is was on point, just really great at being there for the team, making sure they stayed back enough to lay down that CC for his team to do what they need to do.
Yeah, I mean, it was a different team than we saw from the first game, and I kind of am wondering if maybe we're at a point you have basically I say this with the greatest respect. You have 4 off picks that you just did for the side of Octa Gaming. Maybe this is kind of filler for them to be able to kind of all right, we're gonna make them waste some of these picks. I don't want to call it throwing, but if we win, great. If we don't win, it's not going to be that tragic because it's just a Charizla. It's just a Gusion that that nobody would have picked before. So now maybe we're at a point where we're going to start honing in onto the meta, because I want to say Octa Gaming has not struck me as in the same way that I believe it was Influence Rage, where they just went so far outside the box that it was just like, they're so comfortable with being away from the meta. Here, Octa Gaming, this is just kind of a really big change that I've not seen from them before, where it comes to some of these picks, just kind of out of left field, just ones that you don't see as usually,
Went
that
deep
have
into thought,
pretty prominent weaknesses.
Zoned out.
Maybe they're
It's a
trying
lot.
to give them this false sense of hope. With, you know, they're making these oddball picks, and
Oh,
they're
they're
like,
taking
okay,
so
we're still
long.
going to think that they're doing amazing. We're going to come back at the end, leaving all those things open for ourselves so we can come back strong.
Next draft, please.
I'm trying to be positive here. I don't know.
Okay, and you're right. And I see maybe Octa Gaming wants to do the same thing about the drafting phase, because remembering these guys just win the game. So
And that was
we
a
see
10-minute
NCT7
match, bro.
just
So the
raging
fact
against
that
them
like we're
and
taking so
winning.
long to
Now
get
is
to
the
next
part
draft,
of Octa Gaming just
I'm not gonna be able to stay the whole time.
do another
I'm
game like
not going to be
20
able to, because we're taking like 5 minutes in
Oh, no.
between
Very
games.
interesting. I'm just gonna say, I guess we're gonna see when it comes to this next draft.
Then
where we
draft
go from
takes
here. I
another
think we're
5
starting to hit
minutes.
that zone.
It's probably gonna be my last game that we watch.
Well, I think next game, the game after the next is where we're gonna be when it comes to kind of seeing some of those. Well, what I would expect to be some kind of crazy pickups. We've already started seeing that from Octa Gaming right from round one. They just went ahead and started. Maybe that's what it is. Like I think we're all kind of settled on the same thing. Is that maybe they wanted some of those outside picks at the beginning, and then we're gonna start settling down into the meta as we kind of progress. It'll be very interesting, just because, man. It was a little rough, especially against the team. Like I said, when it comes to Shen, Haidon, Bush, I want to say some of the prominent players from NCT7 who just always do a good job. Just like when I was talking about our first series, these are just two consistent players that even when they do occasionally lose, I think NCT7 lost one to 9Z Globant at one point. They lost one, but then the other games they were just so dominant. And it can be so curious to me, because I think I commented last week too. Like it's like a completely different team. When they're on. They're so good. They're communicating. It feels like every single, especially in the early game. The early game, like they were on fire. You talked about it where Shen basically had 3 or 5 kills, like in the opening 5 minutes. It's like there wasn't a point where it felt like Octa Gaming had control, and that's unfortunate.
It's
for a
gonna be my
composition
last
that they had.
game, unfortunately.
Well, before we move on, let's quickly let you guys know, the community, please like and subscribe and share this stream to make sure that, you know, everyone else can view us and get our name out there so we can grow in this community, right? We want NA to do well, and we would love for you to be a part of it. So please like, comment, subscribe. And also, you know, check out our socials.
Yeah, I feel like we talked about it before. Big hello to our Filipino and Indonesian friends broadcasting us. You can find us on MLBB NA Esports, MLBB BR Esports, MLBB ES Esports, MLBB Esports.
He's going off about
the any kind of combination you put into YouTube. At some point, you're gonna find these streams. So more.
He's calling them out. That conversation we had the other day about just having so many channels to go to. We're like,
got the entire South and North American region competing together in a tournament where they will face off against each other. And Henrique has had the.
It's true though. There's way too many channels. Like you need to kind of like just bring it down to like one English channel, one
That's cool, because
Latin channel. Like instead of just having it so spread out.
In the North case, So
bring it down.
it's a
All
little
right, we're in
different.
game through
being
number
in
3 draft.
another universe, I guess. But it's cool to be back. Well, remember, past week I was in the place of Takashi.
7:28.
He is
So
one caster, and
if this game takes like 15
he
minutes,
was
it's
a
gonna
pro
be like
player, and now he's a
7:45
casting
ish.
member, and he lost his voice, and I was there to just. Yay, I'm here. Yeah.
I don't know.
But
Maybe I can get like
was in
1
the
or 2
Brazilian
games.
way,
It really
so I can
depends
speak
how
Portuguese in
how
it's
fast or
it's
slow
fine.
they go
But
about it.
now I'm here in the
I have
South
to get
League,
ready.
and I have the knowledge.
Was playing. I
but
just woke up.
also
This
talk
is South,
English
so it's
and
Octa
try
versus
to do
Entity
my
7.
best here.
Probably the 2
amazing.
strongest
You're doing
teams in
Okay.
South right now.
Okay,
But
thanks for
but you're
the
good. Of
option.
course, no problem.
Most
So
likely
here,
Entity 7 is going to be the team that's going to be going
I
up
think we
against
can
Alpha
go.
7
ban here,
North
in my
in the end
opinion,
of
right,
it all.
Gareth? They can't choose
I mean,
here.
that's how I see it at least. I don't know, anything could happen though.
Yeah.
This is just Swiss stage.
Okay,
Still got to
remember
get the
this is a
playoffs.
normal thing, right? Sometimes we don't think. And I'm truly serious about this because sometimes we see all these things
What's up, Chronic
happens a
Escaper?
lot,
Welcome in.
and we see this, we don't try to talk about it because just have the feeling about being so boring to say like, oh, so you lost a ban again. Oh, it's
Well,
okay.
this is
It's
the
a
first
normal
time I feel like they've done this here in the South right now.
Oh, so good. They're learning.
Yes.
So they're learning.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out a way to turn this that the Harith ban somehow
Don't have it.
works it's a mind thing.
Don't try
We
it.
got Marcel ban, Ivy ban, Guinevere ban.
I have the experience
man.
to say, don't try it. Just let it go.
Yeah, they're unfortunate. Maybe a little bit of experience showing more for Entity 7. They're able to get that win and they're able to take that initial loss and bounce back. Here, Octa Gaming, maybe there's some frustration showing out from them when it comes to some of these picks, when it comes to some of their drafts. And that's where Entity 7 kind of has them, where they're able to kind of recoup. They, like I talked about before, you just wipe off that dust and you try again. Here, gonna go ahead and see where that priority lies for Octa Gaming. For most, I believe it's gone to the mid lane. The mid lane priority for a lot of these picks. We're gonna see where Octa Gaming goes. I believe Zushin is not available for either of these sides. We still do have Sora out there. Oh, but we're gonna go ahead and land on the carry for Octa Gaming.
The carry,
It's normal.
carry for the end. If she gets to that late game, she will shred. So let's see what the lineup that Entity 7 has to deal with that.
No, the Octa Gaming just threw a card and say, be careful with your tanks, be careful what you pick for, because carry is a strong laner against them. And about Octa again, they trying to scale the game, trying to search for this late game. It's good, but if the Entity 7 have a knowledge about this, just trying to be the early game aggressor again, it's the okay, Hilda, as I was thinking.
Hilda Kimmy, and I believe the Fredrin is still an option for the side of Octa Gaming to pick up here. A lot of these early game Hildas have kind of been very surprising for me because I feel like, especially with Suyu taking off the board there, a Fredrin pickup. Oh, and or a Leomord, who's still very strong as well.
Carry
Really
Leo
kind of,
Blue,
make a
Hilda
kind of like
Kimmy.
rethink that early game harassment that you really want to do.
Well, that's Glue here being chosen, maybe targeting Hilda to kind of keep her away. Oh, that Sora gets picked up here with the CC. Oh, I don't know, this one's going to be a match for sure.
They have the Valentina? No?
Can I studio mode?
Valentina's still an option, I believe, for both teams.
I can't studio mode in a different.
And then
But
the
remember,
Hilda
who
hasn't been
wants to-
chosen a lot.
Who needs to I can't think. Oh no. Valentina is not an option now for Entity
Draft
7.
bastard.
They already have the Sora,
Oh my
and I
days,
don't think
bro. All right. I'm gonna go look for
about
something to
XP
eat
lane,
real
so,
quick as we're
they
drafting.
will not
I'll be
put
back in like 5 minutes.
the Valentina in XP
In
lane
case
because
I
we
do
don't
or
have more
don't find.
transformations like Lucas in the Octa Gaming or
Any
things
more
like that. So
matches,
it's
so
a
I'm already gonna
free
miss.
pass to
I'll be right back.
Entity 7 to have the ban just because of this, because it's a counter, and they are also having other thinkings about other heroes to make the composition fluid.
Yeah, they do go ahead and ban out the Valentina just so that they don't see it's against their Sora. And we still have, I want to say we have been very light today when it comes to some of the Yuzong pickups that, from what I've seen, while Yuzong doesn't really match against the Sora, in like being able to battle her or battle him in the lane, it does help to provide some type of fear to the enemy team, the same that Sora does. You can get to that back line without much being able to stop you, and then you can just touchdown, petrify, and just exude a huge amount of damage onto the enemy team. Where if you can kind of match that, at the very least against a Sora, if you can't match him in lane, you can at least match what he brings to the team fold.
I think the Sora have more time control against the backline enemy than Yuzong, because Yuzong have the sustained momentum. He has the strongest about this, but he need to stack, and sometimes we have a lot of pressure in this meta, also in control and also in the mobility. So for him, it's difficult to just do everything. And Sora, it's easy because he have little CCs just for his ultimates. He wants just to take some time and easy ways to. Okay, forget about what I say. I'm going to the
And then TN
human
here with
research,
the
so right?
CC from
I'm
you know
going to
anywhere in the map. So he's like, I'm gonna pick Yuzong right now just to prove you wrong.
I was not saying that not we have a Yuzong, but I was always saying that the improvements and the quality about Sora is better than a Yuzong. But okay. Okay. I will not cry, okay? I will not cry. A lot. Just a little. Why does it do this?
A very interesting composition coming out of here from Entity 7. I feel like from Octa Gaming, finally, we've kind of settled on to going back to believing in the meta here. Nolan is, for me, Nolan has always been a 50-50 shot. I feel like he's an assassin. He needs things to go very well for him in the early game for him to kind of continually put on pressure. I feel like right now, it's very easy to upset that momentum that Nolan needs to constantly be successful, constantly get the rotation, constantly getting kills and fed, and eventually, he's going to get caught by something, and it's going to lead to a rough engagement for his team. Here, we're going to see what Octa Gaming has in store, especially against this composition.
About compositions, I like to see how Entity 7 makes something grateful for on early game, just because Vagin has this Hilda, just because Hanabush have the mobility, but remembering about the snowball section, Thanatos is a good fighter. He had a lot of quality about sustain, and in his side he had Saber and Lucy, who also have a sustain, so we have a lot of regeneration right now. And we have some burst coming from the Entity 7. How about the transformation in Assassin about Akashi, Hanabush with the combo, and Shin sometimes about the middle to the late game scale. So let's see.
Yeah, when it comes to answers and back and forth, I'm a little scared for the side of Entity 7. What do we do against Glue? I feel like every single person on the side of Entity 7, there's nobody that really has an answer except for hope that Vaglin takes the ultimate and can run away from your team. Otherwise, I feel like it's going to be one of these just offensive things that you just don't have an answer for it, unless at some point during mid game Shin just completely outscales Saber and is just a shredding on a lot of these hits. It's gonna be very rough to see how that goes down. But both teams here tied at 1-1 apiece, looking to potentially get themselves ahead in this best of 5.
Okay. I'm a little bit nervous about this BO5 right now because, as you all know, it's a seed 1 and a free vacation to the team just doing your things, okay, playing the other games or continue training, seeing how the tournament's going on. So have a good moment.
Yeah, I feel like the best of 5 can be going in anyone's
I am back.
fact
Also, I heard that follow. Thank you for the follow, Need God.
Global bans make it way harder for them to. They have to be more strategic with their picks, right? They gotta make sure that they.
I don't know.
Strategize and find the right. They have to be more.
Need God,
better at different heroes.
I apologize if I'm mispronouncing it. Just want to grab me something real quick because we're gonna be here for a bit.
But at the same time,
it's probably gonna be the last. Are we having technical issues, bruh?
To be able to come back later on.
We are, bruh. Oh my days. Yeah, this is my last.
I mean, you're matching hero pools against hero pools. I feel like it's a very interesting question, seeing as Octa Gaming kind of had 4 off picks, so they don't. I don't know if they don't have to be as worried about a hero pool moving into some of these later games. Here we see a pretty standard meta draft. There was no surprises, nothing that we really had to think on and be like, I'm not sure if that's gonna work well. In fact, I kind of like their draft here, maybe a little bit more than I do like Entity 7's, because I feel like there's just more. There's more consistency on the side of Octa Gaming, so it's going to be very interesting. It'll be interesting. Like I said, this is what it's all about. I love watching these games 5s, these game 4s when it comes out. We're at game 3. Like I said, I feel like game 3, we have a pretty standard amount. You're still inside the meta. There's not really much. There's not much desperation in the air for it. Then when you get to that game 4, that game 5, hopefully when we get to that game 6 further down the line in the playoffs as well.
Do you think that they'll have an answer for the Sora? Is that what you're saying? Like,
before I head out, I am going to drop the link of the actual broadcast, so if y'all want to finish watching it, you could, because like I said, you're not going to be able to.
But what else is there to stop Sora?
It's just taking too long to start these matches, bro.
Sora is at this very unique point where I personally, my style is like, I'm not trying to stop Sora. I'm just trying to do the same thing that Sora does, which is she's going to be a threat to my backline. I'm going to be a threat to her backline with Yuzon. And try to create that same type of urgency. So you basically
last match
negated
finished
that
at
to the point that you're putting the trust on your teammates. Like, hey, I'm doing the same thing she is.
It's been 15 minutes. That's like a whole match time.
They're going to try to get our team members. So you've kind of negated that option.
I get that they're having technical difficulties, and honestly, I wouldn't mind it on a normal basis, but I have to leave for University Legends, so
that Sora is in right now. That's
I have to go host for that, and I have to have my stream ready for that.
Options, not because it matches her, not because it does anything better, but just because it kind of provides the same type of.
I was hoping at least to get game.
For me personally, I don't
like
know,
at least,
do you see it
at least we're getting game 3 in, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to watch game 4. We're not gonna be able to watch game 4. Or if it goes to a game 5, we're definitely not gonna be able to watch that.
Especially in the early game. Sora, he's capable of doing the early game good, and if he wants to be aggressive, he have the flexibility to change to an assassin, or just to scale to the middle late game during this fighter mode and just applying the CC. So he is good at this. But if you're trying to scale with the Yuzong, you can't have the same flexibility as the Sora does, because in the late game you know, and almost a lot of soldiers don't have the force to maintain a team fight. He just suffers a lot. He just not will be more aggressive. He can be more sustained because they will buy some Katakura, half-life, the name about the item about the regeneration who cuts in the
Life
health.
steal?
Yeah.
Welcome, Amy TZ, with the 3 stream
the auto
streak.
raid,
Thank
not the
you.
life steal, the
Anti-heal?
negative. Yeah, anti-heal.
All right, we're finally jumping
Anti-heal is
into
just
game
the
3.
official counter about Yuzong.
Almost 20 minutes later.
So about it, he just turns the dragon.
No
to,
way,
a lizard
bro.
In this game. And Sora continues to be the force because of all this
All right,
control, and that's good.
Yeah, I'm done with this match,
Yeah, I definitely.
Are we actually
agree
going
there.
in?
Yuzong has
Okay.
a huge falling off point. Even alone by himself has a huge falling off point. But then when you're comparing it to a Sora, I feel like you're just trying to get to a point where Sora, the team is so
Yeah, you're
behind
right.
that Sora just can't take advantage of it. But ladies and gentlemen, finally, we are getting into the third game of Entity 7 taking on Octagame. Both of these teams looking to get themselves a leg up, sitting at 1-1 apiece. Oh, already, Vaguin goes down, and that's going to be a kill for Octagaming. Shin going to have to use that
Yeesh.
flicker, doom in trouble, but finds a kill onto Thanatos TZ.
That's also 1 minute game. Can we please?
Octa wasn't
just
happening at this
spare
time.
the fights to the turtle? I can't even take it anymore. It's just, again, it's the second game. NC7 just turned aggressive, but it's cool because after gaming just pick it up some kill. But kills are in the Doom. Oh, poor V2, because Doom is already a strong early gaming marksman. And one item just changed a lot of things. And then we see Shin with the 2 assists.
And again, even though Vaguin goes down, it's still worth it because you take out their roam and their jungle.
It's good.
So.
Oh
Yeah,
my
actually
god,
in a little
Shin.
bit of
Oh
trouble there.
no.
They tried to engage. They actually might be in trouble.
Yeesh.
Saber finds a kill onto Shen. Vaguin might be down for the count as well. Saber gets turned around 3 on
Yeah, I love
1
NTC
on
7's
the
early
back
game
end.
aggression,
Segan was
bro.
trying to throw down that suppressive fire, but it wasn't enough. 2-4 for Entity 7 right now, as it does open up the game for Entity 7 to scoop themselves up a Lord, and a little bit of a late dragon coming out from the side of Octa.
So funny.
Felt like you
seeing
didn't need a
Shin
flicker there,
just
but-
do the fly against the wall, then he drops also in the Saber controlling, and then he just have not flash and just accept it because we don't need to do nothing. That's cool. But Octagame
Yuzong might be
tries
dead.
to do
Yuzong's
more,
dead.
and
We missed it.
also Entity 7 have 2 kills, and this
Yeesh.
really happened?
Yeah, I mean, this is just this. We were talking about what do you need to do to be successful on an assassin pickup, and that's
I feel like production be
control the
messing way
early
too many of
game.
these fights that be
Get
happening
those
on these
kills
off
onto
lanes.
your assassin too. Iodine Bush sitting at 2 kills already at the 3-minute mark. They're sitting at 2 and 5 right now. The rotations are on fire for Entity 7.
Yeah. Saber.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he
Saber
took me.
actually uses that split to be able to kind of get on
Ragwin's
top of
in trouble. He's gonna go down.
Segan is right there to blow him up. 3-5 right now. Octagaming trying to hang on with the oppressive early game of Entity 7.
They are responding, and that's good. They will not change the fact they are lost in the score, but they also have something to being aggressive to now. Hide on Bush.
They only got a 0.4 gold
Oh
lead though, so
my.
it's not even nothing crazy.
Yeah,
Oh.
V2 in a little bit of trouble here.
Okay.
Takes an entire fracture, but still survives. So it doesn't look like Entity 7 had enough. And that was a very interesting gank too. Just for the fact that they didn't have any minions. So maybe you do get the kill onto V2, but you wouldn't have been able to really push onto the tower. And that I feel like sometimes that is something that a lot of teams kind of overlook. Like they kind of get a little bit kill hungry and don't really figure out how this can lead to an objective. A little bit of a flicker comes out.
Plus sending a message at this point.
The ultimate coming out from Shin. Now it's gonna go ahead and push the rest of Octa Gaming away while Entity 7 try to focus up on this turtle. Saber looking for an angle, gonna try to protect his mid laner. Sagan goes down, now trying to make a big break of it.
Oh no, just so screwed. Sora's here.
That's gonna be 1-for-1, 4-6 right now. Hyde on Bush finds himself a turtle and immediately finds a kill onto Lucy. The rest of Octa Gaming looking for an escape. Out comes the stun, but it's not enough.
They're about to rob their jungle.
Himself a kill as well. 5-9 in favor of Entity 7.
The truly funny here is by Octa Gaming just having the skills, but having the skills in the... Oh, hold on.
Oh,
That's right?
God.
That's right?
Oh my God, it was like a cartoon. Sega just got smashed into the ground like a nail.
And the funny fact is Vagin is dying for his team, and this also good. Okay, Shin is also dying, but it's best. The better way is to have the skills to the enemy team is more by the roaming and the tank lines. In the other side, Entity 7 have a lot of kills, and again, okay, he survived. And
Lucy just getting chunked
because we see Sagan land 2 times, Saber 3, and we have Lucy 2 and Thanatos 3. So this is the difference about this, and Entity 7 has a more controlling here. Is that right?
What great control from Akashi to go ahead and spin Thanatos TZ around. Now you have Shen on the back end too. Thanatos TZ might have overstepped. Out comes the Black Dragon, looking to provide some type of support for his teammate. Finds the kill onto Shen. Big Fury of the Phoenix comes out with the stun. Lucy gonna be able to get away scot-free with a kill in his pocket.
I don't know if I think maybe Shin is sad, but also he's dying, but having your assistance is
they got
good,
kills.
So
just about 2K,
anyway.
a little less than 2K gold lead. Okay, now it's 2K.
I don't know why is this feeling right now, but Vagin is also here. Saber looking this brush. Pick it up, hide on bush. We'll try to ult. Okay. He tried. He tried. I know.
That's
Saber?
the unfortunate. Oh, Saber takes a lot of damage. Actually, with that ultimate, is it going to be enough? Saber uses the split to get away at the bottom. Thanatos TZ uses that Phantom Steed to actuate a fight here. Entity 7 all over the purple buff, while V2 looking for an escape. Bagwin comes in, running. V2 takes a heap of damage, now surrounded by Akashi. Uses that flicker, but it is not enough. 12 kills for Entity 7. Bagwin scoops himself up another kill onto V2, while Entity 7 scooped themselves up a lord, or a turtle.
Yes, a turtle. And against an early and fast beginning to Entity 7. Now Octa is fighting too, having your kills also in the Lucy hands and Sagan, but it's not like a good thing. I don't feeling this is good for them, like this 6 kills. Also the Entity 7 had more potential here.
Yeah, Fury of the Phoenix comes out, lands onto Entity 7, but I feel like that was mostly used defensively to try to create that distance. Ooh, look at the damage coming out. Duo is absolutely throwing boulders at Octa Gaming, and down goes Thanatos TZ. Rest of reinforcements come in for Octa Gaming as Entity 7 looking to try to push onto this mid tower. They are fighting back. They do not want to give up this mid tower, and Octa Gaming very successfully able to find the defense for it.
Doom is the strongest laner about critical items. Wait, Hadobush. He will survive.
Oh, bound to kill, but it's gonna be taken out. Oh, okay, it's gonna be taken out himself.
But Akashi said not today. In comes the Phantom Steed. Akashi in trouble.
Big OT.
Those wins to get himself to safety.
But he's not going to be able to get the whole combo off as he just took too much damage.
2 down for the side of Octa Gaming. 2 down for
Shin! Shin!
Onto Bagwin. 4 down for Octa Gaming.
Oh, so close.
And down goes Shin.
Doom is already strong.
I saw a lot of
because
kills
he have
for Finn, though.
also they has Claws and the Berserker's Fury. As I say, the critical hit chance about him, the critical build is so strong because he have already on base damage good because of this first skill. So also he can dominate this ball, I guess. Dominate his ball.
Yeah,
it's
ball.
Okay. Okay. Because I still
call it
don't need to
boulders.
sound strange. Okay,
Mountains.
because I don't want to call it
Meteors.
strange. Meteor's good. Bowling.
And now we do have a Phantom Steed.
Oh,
and
oh,
looks
oh.
like Shin able
Ooh.
to scoop up the Lord from both junglers on the back end. It does look like Thanatos TZ trying to put the damage onto Akashi, who gets
Lot happening.
oh no, doesn't have the immortality. So that's going to be a kill for the side of Octa Gaming. They are able to scoop up the Lord. But,
Saber just
the
left
fight
by
actually
himself.
continues. Saber goes down, caught deep on the side of Entity 7 without the rest of his team.
Fight who just getting more better to Octa, but the Lord goes to Entity 7, and now we have that problem whose the towers do not, all the towers are falling down. Maybe, P2, too strong. Two
Yeah,
front line.
Fury of the Phoenix just backs off the rest of the team, so they don't really want to go ahead and press on to the mid tower. They've got enough.
Malefic Gun just got locked in for Doom. Doom should be bringing some Doom now. Just, I mean, yeah, that turret's going down. Oh yeah, this might be it.
But Doom, it just deletes 2 members down for Octa Gaming. Doom having a heck of a game.
Doom about to
this
just
Bruno,
siege
same
now.
as he did last week. I believe he was able to get an MVP against Alpha 7, and here showcasing exactly why once again.
It's the last base tower.
And juggling the ball,
Octa Gaming. Good for this first Lord. They do the 100% base key for the 8 minutes Lord. And now we're searching for this T3, all the remembering base turret, and also he's the passive about shields. The name of the explosion you guys have about the base turret. The golden.
Oh, I forgot what it's called when the base explodes on you. Because I'm not gonna lie, I get caught by that every time when I'm trying to push onto the high ground towers. I'm like, all right, boys, let's go ahead and knock this up. It explodes. All the minions are gone. I'm like, oh yeah, there's that. Never mind. Let me go ahead. It's just
no
one
problem.
of those
No
things
problem.
that every single
Pause,
time.
meta.
I think we just saw
Why?
a gold lead by
Why?
the jungler on Entity 7. That is enormous.
5.5, good. It's a good start for a third game, I guess.
Wow.
Good start. It's all right.
NCT 7 is showing their dominance for sure. They're like, you know what? We got this in the bag. They're just tunneling down and
chills.
just showing what they're about, putting on that pressure. They've always been aggressive since the start. I don't know.
I feel like that first game had to just been a wake-up call. Like these last 2, like this is exactly, if they would have been like this in the first game, they would have won that game. Because here, from the
Wait,
opening
and it
seconds,
no,
we
it
don't even have time to do the
paused.
intros
Somebody's
before
having
they're already
difficulties.
fighting down at the bottom lane, finding kills and like the opening seconds of it. So, and I feel like they really shine in this overwhelming early game that they're able to put onto enemies. And Octa Gaming have yet to be able to find like any momentum on their side for both of this game and from the last one.
Yes, it's like Akashi and Hide on, what's his name? The
Bush.
jungle. Hide on Bush. They have been a dominating factor in this one, for sure. They started off strong, like, each of them 5 kills, 0 deaths until the 8-minute mark, right? So, I feel like them as a duo, them just working well, they work really well together, for that fact, so.
So say the difference between the kills of Octa and Entity 7 is Octa trying to pick something I can do, and the difference between, like, we see Akashi and Bush with 5-0 kills, so it's totally different, so it's totally better this way. So now back to the game. Let's go to the second Lord. 40 seconds.
Yeah. I'm trying to look at a win condition for Octa Gaming, but I feel like you've got some good scaling on the side.
V2 again.
Entity 7. Yeah, and then you've got V2, but you've already got Doom that you're competing with. You know what I mean? You've got the late game there. Shin's going to be doing a huge amount of damage. Hide on Bush isn't at a point where he needs to stray away from fights either. So V2 has to be very, very careful before. Oh, we're already at that. It already has that. Has the 3 items that they need, but they still are lacking that the Malefic gun to give them the range that they want. Because right now V2 has to get just a little close to some of these fights to really.
All right, next Lord is coming up.
Vaegwin taking a heap of
Vaegwin in
from
trouble.
this entire team. Is it going to be enough? Out comes the Fury of the Phoenix. Segan able to find himself a kill. Rest of the team looking for a fight as the Black Dragon is out. Saber in a little bit of trouble. Has to get away from inside.
Oh,
Bush,
big
turning
flicker.
Around. Rest of the team has been engaged. Shin in trouble. Has to find himself a disengage. But Thanatos TZ comes in with the kill. A double
Doom,
kill
can
for
Doom
Thanatos
pull it off?
TZ as Doom turns it around in reply, able to find a kill of
Oh,
his
how y'all let
own.
them get
But
y'all like
Octa
that?
Gaming with 3 unanswered
With the
kills
lead,
finally
too. They
on
had
board.
such a lead. How y'all let them
Viper
catch you
plays
like that?
so well. He just used the ultimate.
How they gonna get
to
lower? This is
plug
about to be a
in,
20-minute
he
match.
executes
Yeah,
him,
definitely.
and then we all know the ultimate of Blue when he
They don't
picks up
end
a
soon,
kill,
I might
he
even
sets,
have to leave
and
in the
then
middle of
he
this
pick it up. The Hide on Bush, who's also is just dancing in front of him. Oh, wait, V2.
Yeah, V2 has come online.
Doom,
This
get
is
in
indeed
there.
a fight. Oh my gosh,
Chunk
I
'em.
see that. Segan is down. Segan actually might be in a little bit of trouble.
Those
here.
not doing
Doom
no damage to
laying
the
on
Blue.
those rockets that he is kicking at them, and they have to back off. 15 to 22. A Lord
Get no
in the
damage
pocket of
to
Octa
Blue.
Gaming now going to be crashing
Why
in
is he not
up
doing
at the
damage?
top. Maybe this is what Octa Gaming need to get that breathing room to be able to even the playing field on the map.
We are back into the first game. Maybe because Octa Gaming now has the on 1 Lord, and remembering 1 Lord difference makes a lot of difference to Octa Gaming just win the match. And then we have 3.4.0 and gold difference. Let's see what this Lord can do.
A great zoning ability used there by Lucy to get to the back line. Didn't even land, just wanted to push them back. Now we have the Fury, the Phoenix goes out. Another charge into the high ground tower of Entity 7. Are they going to be able to get to, oh, they actually lost. And this is something when you have the advantage, it's so important not to lose your head over it, because if you had lined up minions, I believe they tried to, but Hide on Bush understands this game to such a level that
I don't understand why we keep targeting
mid
Saber
lane,
with that.
while the entirety of Octa Gaming is up at top. I need to push mid lane. I need to push bottom lane. Now we
have
another
Saber,
engagement
bro.
here at
Y'all
the
have
tower.
Saber.
Shin in
He
trouble,
needs to,
finds the kill onto Lucy on the back end here. Bagwin trying his best to tank all the damage coming out from Octa Gaming. Thanatos TZ in trouble. Shin from the side finds himself a kill. Sigwin gets pulled back.
There we go.
as
There's the
Hide on
clap
Bush
back.
scoops up a kill. We could be looking at a full team wipe. V2 all the way on the opposite side of the map. It doesn't
They can
look
just end.
like
Yeah, it's
Bagwin
over.
is going
That's
to
game
let
number
him
3.
get away. We could be looking at a clean game 3 for the side of Entity 7 as they take their second victory.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know it's unfortunate, but just because of all the technical difficulties, we're not going to be able to finish as
Entity 7.
University Legends first match starts at 8:30. I thought it was 9 o'clock, but I think they scheduled something 30 minutes
They finally got
earlier.
1 Lord, but didn't make.
So I have to unfortunately leave.
But
But
map control. That was
very much think that Entity is gonna win at this point. As far as my own stream, I'll probably be back up in about 15 minutes with University Legends prepared.
Is not so difficult.
You guys want to be around for that?
You know,
See
Octa
me
Gaming
do a
was
little bit of
suffering a
posting,
lot,
a
but
little bit of
they don't need
community
to be
tournament
5
fun.
players with the Lord to
and
just
you know,
win
you
against
guys
a
can stop
second tower
by.
in the game, okay?
But
Not
I'm gonna
judging,
drop like the official
but also
broadcast for
judging.
MCT for you guys.
I'm
As I have to leave.
I don't want to say
you
it's a
guys to
normal day
miss
in
out on
Brazilian
it.
way, okay?
So,
But I have some
that is
issues.
the
I know
link
this is not,
to
you're not perfect.
the
The
official
players
broadcast
have
of
more,
MCT
get a little bit
AMER.
nervous, and
But
like
for
I
now,
say,
I
Rob
will
is
be
nervous
getting
because
off
he's doing this right now.
as I
But
have to prepare for University
I
Legends.
felt
So I'll be back in
I need to
about
see more
15
about
minutes
them.
for those of you that want to be there to watch that.
Obviously, just do best than
But
this.
for now,
So
I'll see y'all.
it's a sad moment,
in a
but
bit.
also Entity 7 win, and they are good.